Oh, hey. Oh, hello. Hello, everyone out there. Hello, everyone out there in the world. Seeing you on every angle. That one, and this one here. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, brother. Hope everybody had a good time in the secret show tonight. It was a lot of fun. So a really funny thing happened at Secret Show. I've been obsessing over this cover of a Tom Petty song. Well, but before I get into that, before I get into all of that, great having you guys here. Let me give this a little more. There we go. It's awesome having you guys here. Thank you for being here. If it isn't too much trouble for you, if you're signed in on your YouTube account, please like the video, be subscribed to the channel. I'm probably going to say this a couple more times during the stream. Do please be subscribed to the channel and like the video. Costs you nothing. All you got to do is be logged in on your YouTube account. Hell yeah, Emo. Happy birthday to you. Everybody be sure to wish Emo here, one of our dear friends, a happy birthday. You know, 33, they call that entering your Jesus year, because that is the age at which our Lord Jesus Christ was crucified for all of the sin of mankind. All of them. But also the year of John Belushi. And also the year of Chris Farley. One of those three is vastly more popular than the other two. But let's be honest, there will never be another Chris Farley. I'm excited about this, so excited that I have one pack of chicken thighs and I was thinking, man, I would just love to have more than one pack of chicken thighs in this dish. So I got 2 packs. I stopped by H-E-B. We're going to ramp this one up, by the way. Just for the formalities. What we're doing today is I'm going to make chicken thighs. I'm going to season them like I always do. And do them in the cast iron skillet here. Like I always do. But I'm going to, instead of using water for the gravy, and I'm also doing stovetop stuffing. I'm going to do some stovetop stuffing. And 2 boxes of this, which I'm going to do in this square Pyrex I have here already ready that you guys can't see. But I'm going to substitute the water in this dish for straight chicken broth. So we're going to just be doing, it's going to be very hearty. There's going to be a lot more flavor to it. And I'm going to use, I think, chicken broth with the stovetop stuffing and with the gravy. So, that being said, this can stay there. I have an opened container of broth already that I need to get through first. So we'll put this in here. Out of the way. We're also going to be doing a sweet tea. So let me go ahead and get all of the utensils that I will need. I'm going to need this pot for the tea. Let's go ahead and get this going. Oh, shucks.
Jason has just tipped $6.66. Cooking it up?
Hell yeah. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you, buddy. Guys, that reminds me, thank you, Jason, for the reminder here as well. If you guys want to help out at all, Like, to be perfectly honest, like, all of these things that I've bought that I'm cooking for you guys literally paid for by watching the videos with YouTube Premium or by being active with the memberships. All of these things. If you guys want to become a member, help out the channel any more than just watching and liking the video and subscribing, you can totally do that by becoming a member. There is a link in the description that it says tip Frankie. If you guys want to tip Frankie, that comes straight to me. That doesn't go through YouTube's percentage program. It doesn't go through their 30% percentage. I get pretty much all of that tip. So just like Jason did right there, which we're grateful for. Feel free to do that if you guys want. That's always an option. And yeah, because literally things like that like the Frankie tips literally puts gas in my truck, and all of the subscriptions, the monthly Patreon, all that goes towards gas. The YouTube stuff is all groceries, and I'm proud to say that thanks to you guys' help, I have been able to buy groceries for 3 months in a row off of YouTube dollars. So that's literally like something that I enjoy doing, is cooking for you guys. So it's kind of sweet that you guys actually funded the stuff we're cooking. So thank you so much for that. Can't say enough about you. Can't say enough. All right. 1 pack of thighs here. That's a clean cup. And 2 packs of thighs here. I'm going to cook a lot of thighs because I want a lot. Because the last time I made this, I ate all of the thighs pretty much that night, and I had like pretty much a prepared box of stuffing left, and I was like, man, I could really use more thighs to just put with this. So I'm just trying to correct that out of the gate this time. I guess the first thing I could do, I don't got the tea water going yet, because I want to get everything prepped nicely before. I saw my buddy A.D. Hodge just posted a new video. A.D. Hodge. A.D. Hodge. Go follow A.D. He's a good guy. So yeah, got bro, I went to McDonald's last night and got 8 McDoubles. By the way, I was gonna stream last night, but I got home and my friend Stacy was streaming on Twitch, and I got to watching her for a minute, and then I was like, I gotta get out and go say hey to my YouTube people, but I never made it. I've just been tired, man. And then yesterday I went to bed a little early and got a little extra sleep than I normally would get. I've been arriving at the secret show late, as of late, and kind of was looking to break that cycle a little bit. I'm not doing the tea water yet, but I'm going ahead and putting the pinch of baking soda in there. And I'm getting my sugar partitioned here. And for my gallon of sweet tea recipe, healthy pinch of baking soda and a heaping cup of sugar. Now, one thing that I'm going to do before I go further, you guys see we lost a little sugar on the thing here. That sugar will get hot and caramelize on the stove, and then everything that you cook is going to just smell like burnt sugar. So, wet paper towel. Gather up this sugar here. And as always, we're gonna give the stove a good cleaning after we get done cooking. Something I like to do. I hadn't been cooking in the last few days. I went to McDonald's yesterday. They got a new deal, make the double cheeseburgers cheaper. And I'm forgetting that the mic's over here, and you guys probably can't hear me that good when I'm talking softly over there. I apologize for that. yeah, I haven't been cooking so much here. Ooh, because I thought out some of that. I thought out spaghetti, and my wait a second. I'll put my parchment paper. I'll fit that. Right. Close enough. But yeah, that doesn't. There we go. That doesn't necessarily require a lot of effort heating up leftover spaghetti. So I didn't do the. I didn't stream any of those, so like it's just been heating up leftovers. I made hot dogs one day, and hell, you guys have seen me cook hot dogs 100 times. Y'all know what that looks like. And goes without saying, like I live with roommates. It's one of the things that I want to make sure that I don't get in anybody's way, you know. Okay, these were the ones that were frozen. I can still feel some ice in there on them. I'm gonna break them apart. Hell, they gonna thaw out today. Oh, that's damn right. That's for damn sure. Yeah, get these pulled apart. Probably fit more if I do it this way. Sometimes, like when you're cooking, you'll see like I've got there's some ice crystals in here. That's fine. That's to me that's a normal level of thawed. That's thawed enough for me to feel good about just throwing them on the heat and letting them go. A lot of nice fat on this round. There we go. Pull these things all the way apart so they'll flatten out nice. That one's already all the way thawed. We got a lot of nice fatty pieces here that are going to be really good rendering that gravy. So we got that right there. There's one pack. Now let's get the other pack here. Yeah. There we go. We got it in there. And then just. There we go. And these are also very cold, icy almost. Didn't expect that. This is a little itty bitty right there. A lot of fat on that one. That'll be a good one for some for some gravy. Hell yeah, Jason Streamlabs indeed. But yeah, I got to watching my friend Stacy last night stream on Twitch, and she was having a good time. I was having a good time watching her. Notice that's the thing, man. If you can tell whoever you're watching is enjoying what they're doing, it's a lot of fun. But if they don't, you can tell. You know? Tighten up these thighs. I need to fit some more on here. Two more? Yeah, I can fit two more. Oh, nice little chunk of fat on that sucker. And he's also got a little ice on him. That's from the store. Damn. That'll be a good little chunk for the gravy. That too. All right, now with this, straight in the tray. Straight in the tray. Can I elaborate on my hatred for Pearl Jam? I honestly don't know where it started, but there are certain bands that are great. I just can't get behind the lead singer's voice. And Pearl Jam's got good songs. Like Yellow Ledbetter is a fun song to play. But his voice just really bothers me. I don't know what it is about him. But him and Creed, they're very similar. What's up, Jade? Welcome to you. By the way, hello, Pooter. Everybody be sure to wish Emo a happy birthday. This is Emo's birthday dinner we're cooking. But yes, I think that's what it is. Because when I was coming up, like, I lived through the era of Creed being the biggest band on the planet and awesome. And then I lived through the era of Creed becoming kind of what Nickelback is now, where it's like a meme of a band and not cool to like. And to me, Creed always sounded like Creed always sounded like Pearl Jam to me. Like Scott Stapp just sounds like he's just doing Eddie Vedder. And like out of all of the Seattle grunge bands, I'm sure that when 10 came out, it was fucking great. But out of all the Seattle grunge bands, like Pearl Jam is easily the weakest of all of them, in my opinion. By the way, what I'm doing here is Lowry seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder. I'm going to need those again, so I'll leave them off the rack. And y'all know me, I'm a whore for that fresh, cracked black pepper. Bam, lamb. That fresh cracked black pepper in there on it a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to turn the water on for my tea. So I got things prepped enough to where I feel comfortable with just stepping off and actually doing something now. So the chicken thighs are prepped. We're going to need 1 stick of butter. I need this for the thighs at least. And then a full stick for the stovetop stuffing. I will need the measuring cup for the... Let's go ahead and get the gravy mixed. Do I have a gravy cup over here actually? I bet I do. All right. These are clean. There's me a gravy cup right there. I need to I'm gonna leave that door open a little bit so some air can get in there and those things will start to dry. I gotta pull at some point during this when I'm waiting on something, I'll have to put some dishes away. All right. So today, while I'm waiting on that to get hot, and I always eyeball this. The general recipe is about a third of a cup of flour to about 3 cups of liquid. And I don't know what this scoop is, but I'm making a bit more gravy today than I usually make. So, I don't know. It's about, this is probably about, I don't know, a little bit more. Because like I said, I want to make a good portion of gravy today. That'll be good enough. And then my gravy. All right, let's get this. I can smell that sugar. Decent amount of Lawry's in there. Decent amount of fresh cracked black pepper. Even a little more pepper than salt. And then of course, garlic and onion powder. The things that I use. You hear that bubble? Now let's rotate the water. So that water down there making all the fuss can come up to the top and cool off. Science, that's how boiling works. The water molecules on the bottom of the pot get hot and uncomfortable. And the ones on the top are like, what's going on down there? Science. Bitch, I didn't know you were learning something today. You knew that already. Okay, now's a good enough time to get this butter out here going into this cast iron skillet. Let's put the sugar away. We definitely don't need that anymore. Well, that door got it. So now we're getting to that point that you guys have heard me talk about. By the way, this is what my the gravy looks like. Like you got your seasoned salt. Oh, where's my can? There it is. Trying to figure out where to. Oh, there it is. You got your seasoned salt underneath, your pepper, your garlic and onion powder, to about, like I said, you see this cup, it's got about that much flour in it. Now, get my tea prepared. guys have heard me say it multiple times. You want to get your water hot enough to where when you put the tea bags in the water, that it instantly darkens the color of the whole thing. If your water ain't hot enough, it'll barely, like the water will stay clear. You don't want that. So, it's definitely hot enough now. I'm going to kill the heat on it and then just like that. You see how the whole thing immediately turned into tea? Now, let's move it off of the heat and let it steep back here. And I'll go ahead and get some heat going with this cast iron. And I bet there's a butter knife right there. Fresh out of the dishwasher. And I'm going to start that much butter. I might need to. That much oil. And I might need to add the other half of that little knob whenever we get this going. So yes. Now for this I need 1.5 cups of water. So 3 cups of either, I'm going to use broth. And that's going to be good. So I think this is 4 cups here. Oh, you know what? I didn't give it a shake first. You're supposed to give this stuff a shake before you pour it. Hell yeah. Hey, buddy. Out here thriving in the streets and roads.
I see it.
So yeah, I'm gonna do 3 cups of that. I'm gonna use one of these big cups here to. That's 2 cups. And there's 3 cups. Honestly. So that's all I will need for my. You know what? I'm just going to pour the rest of that in there. And no need in saving that little drop. And measurements, I don't believe they have to be perfect. So this is for my stovetop stuffing. I'm going to need this pot for that. So let's go ahead and I guess this can go back here. It'll be fine. So in that pot, with a stick of butter. So honestly, let's just go ahead and put this broth in here. And this stick of butter. So it calls for 4 tablespoons of butter per box. 4 tablespoons is a half a stick. So we're putting this whole stick in there. There we go. All right. This is all looking good over here. So that butter is about to be completely completely done. So now we need a nice cooking fork. There's a nice cooking fork. These are nice cooking forks. Oh, that's heavy. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this down here. This down here. This down here. These are the big ones today, you see. That's going to come off. This little itty bitty one here can go right dab in that little spot. And I got a big chunk there for this guy right here, like a puzzle. Like a little puzzle piece. I would say don't overcrowd your pan. People always say that. Okay, you know, sure. But this is how I do it. This is how I've kind of always done it. I haven't had any problems. It tastes good. And plus, I didn't need to utilize all the space I got. And yes, I'm seasoning both sides kind of liberally. I mean, I think it's important. I don't really... I don't fall into that. They say white people don't season their food, man. Like, I always got offended by that, bro. My grandma knows how to cook. My grandma knew what she was doing. Yeah, well, the oil and butter combo, it's kind of necessary, in my opinion, if you're doing something like this, because butter has like a low smoke point, but oil kind of counters that a little bit and keeps the butter from getting too hot too fast. More science. Yeah, this is the chicken stock cup. Got to be careful not to make a glass of tea with the chicken stock cup. We'd be in for a surprise when we took a sip of that, huh? Boy, this tea tastes thick. Ugh. Not a word you associate with tea, huh? Boneless thighs do be hitting. Reminds me of that Jones soda. Do y'all remember Jones Soda's Thanksgiving dinner? Soda flight? Panic? Do you remember that? That those emojis you just sent reminded me of it. It was a thing. Thanksgiving dinner. They had a turkey soda, a dressing soda, I forget. They had like and a dessert. The dessert soda was like, I think it was like some sort of pie. It was like a novelty thing that they did, but people liked it. They've got their own, they've got their rights to like something if they want to. Go ahead and get my water ready for the tea for when I pour the concentrated tea mixture. It's important. Some people put the sugar in after and stir it in, but I think it mixes better when you put it in, when you boil the water. Melt the sugar in the water when you're steeping your tea. That's how my grandmother told me she did it. I've always done it like that. And you can make your tea differently. I don't think there's any real right or wrong way to do it. You heat water, make sure your sugar's dissolved in it. If you're making sweet tea, if you make unsweet tea, it don't matter. But my grandmother always did the baking soda pinch. That's the one thing I would suggest that you shouldn't omit. When you're making tea, don't omit the pinch of baking soda, because it helps to preserve it if you're trying to keep it for a day or two. But it also gives it a nice, rich, like look at the color of that tea there. And once it's diluted into the water, it's not going to be much lighter than that. So I need to wait until I get, well, I could probably just do this now. Why not? Let's put that on medium heat. And I just got to boil that and stir this in once it gets to boiling. I need a lid for it, which is this guy right here, I believe. Like a glove. That'll be over there. Gravy mix. I'm going to go ahead and whisk it all in together there. So now, nice little gravy mix. So you got in brown gravy mix, that's probably about the equivalent of maybe two packs of gravy, or something like that, maybe a little more than 2 packs. So let's go ahead and get this guy going here. I don't want to, I got to start remembering to turn that on at the beginning so that it doesn't get introduced later on and kind of throw off the vibe a bit. My mom made microwave tea as well, man. I remember thinking that it was the craziest thing on earth, but my mom made tea that way, and I mean, it was fine. It's still good. Tea is going to be a good, if you're a southern person, tea is just a good, it's good. Tea is good. Thank you, Emo. This is your birthday dinner. I'm glad you enjoy it. So this spot in the middle of this pan works a little quicker than the rest of the pan, so I want to go ahead and give this guy a flip probably. Yeah, that was a good call. Look at the color on that. It's nice, isn't it? These other pieces were a little bigger, so we'll give them another couple minutes and then we'll flip them. So it's looking like I'm getting about, these I'll probably be able to fit 4 at a time. And I've got 4, 8. I've only got 11 left to get in here, so that'll take me about 3 or 4 turns. I'm going to go ahead and actually get the oven going to, I'm going to put it down to 250. Put it down to 250, that way I'm going to try the whole like keeping it warm in the oven method. I've seen some people do that I watch on YouTube, that if they cook a bunch of food and it's going to be done at like different times, then they'll throw a little something in the oven. And I can use this little Pyrex here. I can pile a bunch of them in that. This little baby one. I'm using the bigger Pyrex for the stuffing here. This guy's going to be for stuffing. Here. Now I have everything out that I need. Like one thing that I did today differently that you guys might have noticed is made sure that everything was prepped. That way I wasn't trying to rush to like, oh no, I got to get my tea bags in here, but I also don't have my chicken ready yet. Like I've been trying to like just stay ahead of myself and pace myself a little better. And speaking of which, we got a moment. How about a word from the sponsors, guys? Hope you all had a wonderful day. Just a pleasant reminder, please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to help out further, there's a memberships, there's Patreon, there's Frankie Tips. That's the top link in the description. That literally buys my gas, and you're watching these videos buys the groceries. And we're grateful for that. And you guys rule. Alright. Now around the outskirts, feels like it's peeling up and away pretty nicely. Letting it do its thing in a low heat, which not a low heat, I guess, is more of a medium heat. Hell yeah, dude. Right on, Bradley. Let's get you a wrench. Let's get you a wrench, Bradley. We're glad to hear the algorithm's doing good things for us. Good to have you here. You like my mouse pad? It's a nice mouse pad, huh? Welcome to you. Thanks for being here. We have a nice little crew of folks here that are happy to have you and chat you up when we do games later as well. We're going to be doing some Skyrim later on as well. First playthrough, and I was talking to Red Man about this, and he was like, dude, it was kind of boring. And I was like, yeah, I could feel it, because I wasn't exactly in it. But I think that getting used to it a little bit now, getting used to the game a little more is going to be good for me. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be make me enjoy it a little more. So we're going to jump back in it tonight, and I'm going to play. I do got to work tomorrow, but I'm the late in, so we can probably go until about 6 my time, which right now it's midnight here in Austin, Texas. So let's see. The guy in the middle is almost ready to be rotated to an edge. Rotating like that is like, this is the part that's really connecting, and the rest of it is not. I really need to get this thing like planed, get the bottom planed off. But then I have to go through the process of reseasoning the whole thing again. Yeah, I'm actually gonna. do this. Let this guy sit over here to one side and rotate these big pieces in the middle. Get some nice color on them. Oh, well, Bradley, I'm just a vampire. I usually don't go to work until about 6 o'clock at night. So my dinner, this is just my normal operating hours. This is like my after work meal because I'm still going to be awake until 6 in the morning. It's just my hours are kind of inverted. I wake up at about, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I'm awake until 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And that's just the normal going rate. I'm going to let this tea steep for a bit longer. We got this, oh hell yeah, that's making some good noises over there. We got this chicken stock and stick of butter combination over here, getting ready for some stovetop stuffing. Rotate that around. This guy's doing good here. Need some drink. I need something to drink. Be sure to stay hydrated out there, folks. I have to take long sips like that because if I don't, this jug, all the ice will just come rushing to my face, and then it feels like I've, been disrespected in a X-rated video. Let this tea steep for a bit longer. It's probably been going, how long have we been going? 49 minutes? Shit. The tea has probably been going for about a half hour, maybe. That sizzle is nice, isn't it? Isn't that a nice sizzle? This is probably ready to be flipped now. See, look at that nice color in there. So this guy, this is how I judge it. You see this guy just fell off of this guy? So that means this is going to hang out to the side. That'll be left in here for the gravy at the end. Anything that abandons its post gets turned into the gravy. These can be flipped too. They're not quite as brown, but on the outside edge, that's just how it goes. Alright, this is starting to bubble now. So putting the extra chicken broth in here will probably accommodate for the amount that we lose in steam. Okay, so it's boiling nicely. And I had never made stovetop or stuffing before until Thanksgiving when Brother Jason hooked us up with that awesome Thanksgiving dinner meal. And you started a thing for me, Jason. I had never considered making stuffing before, but now ever since I did it that one time, like I'm kind of just doing that now. One box. Be quick about it. Two boxes, and let's just give that a stir. Make sure that it's all under the liquid. Make sure all those little croutons get wet. Let me take the heat off. Stir it right on over here. Away from everything. Take it away from the heat. Fork, so the fork can go back over here on chicken thigh duty. We're going to get a lid on that pot, and it's going to sit all of the heat over here in the corner. And we're going to give that 5 minutes. Pretty big thighs. We're going to take a little bit more. Can we do the tea yet? Oh, we're doing gravy tonight. Don't you worry about that, Jesse. What's up, rock and roll? It's Emo's birthday. Everybody be sure to wish Emo a happy birthday. Lance knows what's good. I ain't never gonna stop making gravy.
No, but seriously, we're making gravy tonight. It's gonna be so good. I'm being serious. Don't laugh. I'm making gravy.
So that and I think I need to do some research here first. That wasn't directed at any of you, by the way. That burp. Let's see here. How long to bake stovetop stuffing for? 350 and bake for 20 to 30 minutes. Covered in foil, and then the last 5 to 10 minutes uncovered. That little piece just separated from the pack. I like chicken thighs because it's very difficult to overcook these. They're a dark meat, and they just kind of do well. Just kind of do well with heat. That one right there, dude. Five minutes it has been. We'll give it another couple minutes, and then we'll go to the pan. Because what I want to do is get a couple of these. Honestly, I could just do that now. Like, I want to pull a couple of them apart, because that'll really ramp up that stuffing in a big way. And I'm just fork pulling them. Also gives me an idea of the doneness of them. Maybe one more. This one. And basically, to pull this apart, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but this is just how I do it. And I do it in the pan because I also kind of want to, you know, crisp up all of the pulled, you know, the shredded chicken there. I kind of want it in a second, once I get it all pulled apart, to, you know, kind of move it all around in the heat and get some good heat on all sides of it. And it's kind of, like I said, letting me know the level of doneness in the other ones, like, of a similar size. All right, let me slide this over here. Let me just get this up here for now, and right here on the bottom of the pan. That's going to be such a nice little base for our gravy. Or if you're fancy, our roux. That's going to be a good amount of chicken to put in the stuffing here. You want to make some chicken, Manna? A little chicken? Shredder would be proud. Basically what you need is you need an anchor fork and you need a pulling fork. Scared me. Scared me real bad.
37 has just tipped
Hell yeah,
$6.66.
Thank you, brother.
Looks delicious, dog.
Thanks, dog. Okay. So this pulled chicken, I'm comfortable enough with its level of doneness. And you know what? I'll let this little guy here go in there as well. I was going to save that one for the gravy, but I think it's ready to go. All right. Let's put this over here. How well is this going to work? Not very well at all. Now, before we run out of more time, I'm going to go ahead and get this. So y'all can see that I'm incorporating the chicken into the stuffing, and then take this guy, and I'm going to need a little more butter. And we're going to use the old cold butter trick on this pan here. And just paint the corners. We're going to Greg Maddox that sucker. Paint the corners. And then butter the bottom. you're supposed to do this. I'm looking for a visible, I want to see butter on the whole thing, you know. I want visible evidence that this thing is buttered and ready to go. Corners up there. And don't worry about these chicken thighs. I'm cooking a couple of them extra done because I'm going to eat them whenever I get done because I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything all day. I had my way with some McDonald's last night, but these I can smell are already starting to like burn a little bit, and that's alright. Alright. So now there's a visible coat of butter around that whole pan. I'm going to need a little bit more. Okay, now we finally get to start round 2. Four is about what we're gonna fit. This, you guys have guessed, is our gravy vittles there. So now before we go further with the stuffing, get the other side of the chicken seasoned good. Now we can focus directly on the chicken, and if we want, we can bring the heat up a little bit so we can get these done a little quicker. But now that pan is screaming, so these are gonna be, we're going to be flipping these a lot sooner than we have been, and those first ones were just, you know, they lived a tough life, so it took them a little longer to develop. These, in this kind of heat, it's going to start to release pretty quick. Let's honestly just go on up to 350. And while we're doing that, I'm going to get this tea. It's been steeped long enough. Y'all know the mantra. This is how we have to do this. Scoop the tea bags to one side, and no mess. No mess. When we pour our tea, we superstitiously have to say no mess, or we will for sure make a mess. These in the can. And we have a couple of things here that we could wash up. I'm going to do that in a second to catch up. Speaking of ketchup, you can put anything on these things. You know? Hope you all are doing well out there. Good night until you panic. You know what that pan does. I know what that pan does. Let's all act like grown people. We all know what the pans do. Alright. Now, I'm going to get that tea going in just a second. First, I want to get my stovetop casserole dressing. And just kind of make that flat as possible. Got good flavor to it. That chicken stock is working. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys are wondering, oh, you rub that butter all in the bottom of the pan and then you're just going to put it back? Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to take little bitty slivers. Little itty bitty thin slivers. And cut that top. And you guys hear that sizzle? These thighs are getting ready. Oven is preheated. Just in time. All right. Now, this is surely ready to be flipped. Crispy. Look at that. And that. And this. And that. They're getting crispy with the sauce. And this guy's been sitting over here for a minute. I'm gonna eat it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a lot, but it's worth it. Chicken thighs, stovetop stuffing. I'm gonna make some gravy from all of the render that I get out of it. Gonna try one of those thighs?
Nah, you trying to fuck? What's happening here?
I got those in the pan or done.
No, I'm done with the on the dice and all those. That's all good though, huh?
Oh yeah. Gravy mix.
You recording this or you live?
Live.
Oh,
It's like here's the got a shot here, and a shot there.
no. Okay. Hell yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. You wish you had some chicken Alfredo lasagna? Manna's in here. Manna said that's the boy. Jason said, hiya Netflix.
Hey.
Hiya.
I'm on camera and I see it.
Yep.
Which one's on there?
This one is that way, that one is this way.
They see all of them? They all see all of them at the same time?
Yep, this is all on the screen, yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Work with me with the jacket, you like it?
Hell yeah, dude. Nice little New Creek merch.
Well, I don't think that's something or not, but we got one for the boys. Nice.
That's a sick. The bear.
Yeah. I mean, tell you, and I'd say that it's a 3X. I'm going 3X at one time, and this stuff is 6 together.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I got I'm still filling out my 3Xs. I'm still filling them out. Eating like this. Eating these chicken thighs with the gravy and the sweet tea. You need to use any of the,
Not a lot. These are all, there's plugins back there and stuff.
no, I hit the wires.
Okay.
It's like a pretty elaborate setup.
Hell yeah.
It's
Oh
like,
yeah, mixing right here too. Bam.
Look at me. Make a drink, I'll be back.
hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, dude, I think I do a pretty good job of like hiding the.
Yeah, I thought they were fucking plugged back there and I was going to go.
Hell yeah. Middle pot, the middle of this is screaming, so we can go ahead and like. Some big old chicken thighs, ain't it? All right, so tea is done. Let's have some. There we go. This is incredible tea. I mean, what am I doing? Good and thin, so that one will be done. These two thickies here. Put that up to the side. Actually, I should probably just throw this out. Leave it in the corner of this little thing over here. And put it back when I get the gravy going. I don't know, maybe. Oh hell yeah! Do y'all got sweet tea in Thailand? Is it good sweet tea? Or they put something weird in it. Oh, by the way, speaking of Toe gave me some sauce and noodles to make, so I've got those. I'm gonna thaw that out over the next day or so. Get comfortable with the heat. Look at that. And I've still got 7 pieces left. But I can probably fit 5 in this next go, I think, by looking at them. And save the 2 biggest ones for last. But yeah, it's this is pretty good. Hell yeah, Thai tea. Say that 5 times real fast. Thai tea, Thai tea, Thai tea, Thai tea. That's hilarious. Maybe I need to get over to Thailand. Netflix, you guys just saw, he wants to do a trip to Thailand coming up soon. He might be coming back down in a minute. And you guys can talk about Thailand. Yeah, this guy right here is for sure done. Wonder how long, oh shit. I forgot to do something important. I forgot to cover the stuffing in foil. I've got to be very careful about putting this on. Because this sucker is hot. And that gives me an outline of where I need to snap over. outskirt piece. There's an outskirt piece. There's another outskirt piece there. And yeah, I can fit one more there. At a normal pace. Normal size. There we go. So now we got two left. And we got plenty of victuals to throw in here for the gravy. Get the other side seasoned. Yeah, well, oh shit. What's up, Bryce? Hell yeah, Bryce. Let's get you a wrench. Welcome to you. I told Rhino here is a guy from Georgia, lives in Thailand. He said that the Thai people are the rednecks of Asia, so it's nice. It's easy for a Southern man to assimilate. Told him you thinking about going to Thailand.
No. Yeah, my friend's trying to get me to go. I'd go. They just legalized weed, I heard too.
That's nice.
It is nice.
He means green tea.
Yes. Oh, you can't do this on there, huh?
No.
Okay. Can they see me from here? Look at your thing.
No.
All right, cool.
Wherever I've got mine is the line.
Cool, I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, it's like a thing, a monetization thing. So they like to.
Yeah, I figured.
They just like to be weird about it. And then this one is easy. This is like one of the better ones for me because there's no music at all. Like there's nothing
So you only use a clutcher up front?
that they can strike. But they all know about having a word from our sponsors. It's a fancy business. It's a fancy business out on Congress. It's not one of those piece of shit joints you can find on Old Torf or something like that. It's Congress. You know, the smoke effects that they give, they look so real. It's obviously fake, but it looks so real. I haven't been doing a great job of washing as I go, but that's okay because I don't have a whole lot to. I don't have a whole lot to clean up here so far. We got the greenest of teas. Jade knows. You want some sweet tea? I used to make that batch of tea and take it down to the bar because this guy Robert Thompson and Henry Ford, they wanted sweet tea and vodka. Like Arizona? Oh yeah. Alejandro, hello to you.
Good for you. This is a fucking ginger ale. You have that?
Ginger ale and green tea?
Yeah, I think it's like Canadian dry. Like one of those big ones make it. It's not bad.
No, I used to get the Snapple Diet green tea. The original Snapple Diet green tea for some reason was so good to me.
Yeah, what was Canadian with like glass ball Snapples?
They were so good. That little, there's nothing more satisfying than that pop. That little crack. By the way, I don't know what time I put the dressing in the oven. We're gonna just figure it out. It's already done, and I just need to crisp it up. So I'm gonna kind of eyeball it, which is bold considering I haven't been baking things for very long. Yeah. So did you have any of the Thanksgiving stuff that I made? The dressing was the only good, like really good part that I kind of enjoyed. The turkey was very good, but then there were parts on the undercarriage that weren't done. So I kind of fucked that up.
The beef jerky was also fucking broken.
Yeah. But that's fine. I'm gonna, this year, it looked incredible. And honestly, the parts that were done, like the two breasts, were great.
The rest of them, the other carrots, what?
Yeah.
For sure, sometimes turkey can be a little pink, even when it's cooked.
Well, maybe it was that, and it just freaked me out.
No, I get it. I get it.
Well, I can't decide if it was the cranberry sauce, or I can't remember what it was that made me sick. Something made me sick.
No, it's not cranberry sauce.
But yeah, the canned cranberry sauce was like, last time I got sick, like I got sick that time, was over canned fruit. Because I was playing Red Dead 2, and those canned peaches and canned pineapples looked so good in that game. Yeah.
What's really good is like, when you make a pot roast, put potatoes in there, get canned whole potatoes.
A pot roast with what?
Canned whole potatoes.
Canned whole potatoes.
Yeah. Because you can that motherfucker cook for like 18 hours, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And they're gonna be fine.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then just throw the potatoes in at the end.
no. You get it.
Oh, really?
They're already like waterlogged and shit from being in the can.
Right.
So when you put them in for like 18 hours, it's got like replace that water content in it.
Ah, I
By
see.
that time, like all the carrots are brown and shit, like everything's fucking phenomenal. And then the potatoes, instead of just falling apart, they're very soft still, but they're still formed and good.
Yeah.
Trust me. Right.
You guys, we made wings on here before. The wing recipe that we used was kind of augmented from one that Netflix here had. That we just kind of like, I don't know, we were just kind of playing it by ear that first time, or if you had done them like that before. The smoke and the smoke toss and then grill. But that method, we used to throw down. I believe we might have a get together for the Super Bowl. Maybe we might do that again. Or you got to work that day.
Well, I don't know if I'll work or not, but they're doing a thing over there.
Oh yeah. Well, if that's the case, then I'm sure a lot of people go to that.
Yeah, we'll say like, if you had something around, if I was there, we'd get around. But,
Only reason I would is if Mumford did. I wouldn't for myself, but I like to cook large portions of food, and that's an excuse to do that. With that being said, I'm probably gonna be looking to do some more wings. They're fucking good.
I don't know what was talking about coming over and cooking out sometime soon. We just talked about that with there.
Who?
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah, dude. The homie Elmo.
he says he's not too far from where he works and shit like that. He's gonna stop by actually the day of his lunch break to work out.
Hell yeah, dude, 100%. I'll be asleep for his lunch break, but
Of course, yeah.
see, those look nice. Without having somebody to switch the thing, having all three cameras on at the same time is kind of nice.
Do you ever go back and edit this shit, or you just screw it up or something?
Sometimes, like, I'll go back and edit but I can't edit anything during.
No.
Just clip the ends.
You know what I'm saying? We do like a...
And sometimes I'll make shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
From it.
Like an internet clip kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll make clips from it. And because they're all pretty decent cameras, to be iPhone cameras, they're all pretty decent. So, like, I can, like, clip each of them. Like, because all three, like, pretty much anything that's visible.
So you got stuff in over too?
Yeah.
All the fixings.
Frielsons, all them frielsons.
What's in the stuffing?
It is just stovetop stuffing, and I took
Into a box.
two boxes of the stuffing, and then I took two pretty big thighs and pulled them apart
Oh yeah?
and just incorporated that with the stuffing. I coated the bottom of the pan with butter, and then took little itty bitty thin sheets of butter, and like put that across the top. And I accidentally left it in for probably the first 5 to 7 minutes.
How the fuck does onion have an asterisk next to it? Come on. Well, all they has everything on the right, and then it says onions with an asterisk. What does that mean? Why is it? Why?
Does it say underneath why?
No. Yeah, he's fucking crazy.
Not a, brother.
Isn't that concerning a little bit?
No.
No, no.
You kidding me?
I'm not saying give me.
Like, you think about it, like all the stuff that they put in other stuff that you eat.
What's still in there? It says fucking red dye on the bullshit. I'm saying that it's weird that that has an asterisk next to it. Why would that? I'm gonna Google that shirt.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like onion powder.
Well, you'll see, like, usually dehydrated onion. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that, dude. Like, it's... I'm gonna die anyway. Yeah, I ain't concerned with that. But I did that, put it with the butter. I put it in there for probably 5 to 7 minutes uncovered. Then I took it out and I covered it again, and it's probably been about another 5-7 minutes. Hell yeah, Gary Panisse. Watch me, don't hang out with chicks. That's exactly the thing. It's not worth it. Ain't nothing but trouble for a small portion of pleasure. And then your life's fucked. And you're stuck with this person you don't like. And then you got these kids you can't afford and you don't want them. And you kind of build resentment towards them and the woman. But you gotta stay because that's what a man does. He stays through the resentment. And then you're stuck. And you want out. And all you want is out. That's all you want. More than anything in the world is out. And you won't do it yourself, you know. But if something were to come along, you wouldn't shy away. Like if somebody's playing chicken with you in the highway, you'd learn, you know, you'd stay in that spot. You'd get there and you'd figure out if it's really that bad, is what I'm saying. What's the hydrated onion?
Oh, no, I was going to say, is Manna still in there?
Manna's probably still in here.
Man, if you hear me, do the computer stuff. Look up why onions have asterisks on it and ingredients. Thank you.
Let's ask Rock.
I don't know who that is. I could yell at Manna.
Why is there an asterisk, spelled right first try, not to brag, next to the onion in the ingredients list for stovetop stuffing? The asterisk next to the onion in the ingredients list for stovetop stuffing typically indicates that the onion is part of the seasoning mix rather than a fresh ingredient you need to add separately. This means the onion is already included in the dried form within the stuffing mix packet.
Gross.
What do you mean gross?
I like onions.
You don't like onions?
Not like I like the powder. I like if they're like cooked down, so they have like no texture. Yeah, but the texture of onions fucking sucks.
Well, I don't think there's actually like, I don't think that it's
Like
like
that,
that.
like that one bothered me. Like that bullshit. Like
There's
usually
more flavor than anything else.
what is like dehydrated onions usually like fucking small. So even if like buy them like there's no texture, like doesn't bother me. But when they're like any raw, any fucking thing that's not cooked well, like anything with a fucking bite is gross.
Yeah, there we go. Move that sucker over there. Space food onions, you like those, Pooter? Holler, that wasn't directed at any of you. Green tea smoker, sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. I feel so alone, gonna end up a big old pile of them bones. Secret Show's good tonight. Tony was there, he didn't go up. Holtzman was there, went up. Ari Maddie, Cam Patterson.
You can't buy a new spot. Apparently, who the fuck? Yeah, 8 o'clock. show. It's the guy headlining that. Did pretty good. And then they stayed for the next show. They spot there. They Riley. A couple comics I've never seen before. They're actually fucking good. I forgot their names.
I saw the guy. He's a bigger guy with a beard. Maybe not bigger. I saw some clips of a guy who was coming to Creek.
Oh, that's tomorrow next day. Yeah, that's tomorrow next day. Yeah, I don't remember the names until I go in and look at.
I'm bad about names until like.
You get just like you get to be fucking people that are from out of town that are only known in their fucking city essentially. So I don't really know her. So like day of the show, I'll just like go on Instagram and like look them up just so I get familiar with the face. So
Yeah.
then I go, what's up?
We haven't had a whole lot of that like headliner stuff from out of town like that anymore. Like we used to get at Vulcan or you guys get. It's mostly we've been doing like a lot of like in-house showcases, and then our regular like booked drop-ins like Bianca shows and shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's mostly what we get too. Like maybe a couple weekends a month we get the headline. Like sometimes it's like every weekend, but sometimes it's like 2 weekends in a row we're like doing feature shows essentially in a row on the band.
yeah.
But we still get people coming in all the time. Like my first time in Austin, I've never seen comedy blah blah. Like oh you need to check out Sunset. Then you need to check. I told them.
Yeah, 'cause we all do that too. Like for you guys listening in, all the door guys will kind of like for the clubs that fuck with each other. We send everybody like, yeah, have you checked out the Creek? If somebody comes into town and they want to find a new club to go to, they're like, I've never been, I'm never been in anything like this before in Austin.
That's a couple vodka. Just round up next.
Hell yeah, never been to Austin before. I'm here for comedy. Be like, well, have you seen the Creek? Go check the Creek out. Go see Black Rabbit. Because most of them come to town, they got a random ticket to Mothership on one of those random sales that comes out, and they just want to kill time at other clubs and see more comedy at other places until they can go do the Mothership shows.
I always tell them Sunset and then actually Velveeta. Since Velveeta's like around the corner right there.
Yeah, and Velveeta is the OG club.
That's like the longest, but like I don't know what the capacity is in there. I would imagine like 60. But yeah, there's too many clubs that town for me. Everybody starts going to this too. I say Velveeta because it's literally around the corner. I mean,
Yeah.
It's accessible right there.
Hell yeah. How long do y'all think that stuffing's been in there? Somebody give me an idea. I could go do the math and just scroll back in the video and see how much time has elapsed since I put it in. But I figure I feel like it's been in since I put it in to start with, before I covered it. It's probably been about 20 minutes. If I had to guess, it was in there for probably 5 to 7 uncovered, and then it's been covered since. So if I uncovered it for the next 10 minutes, I think that it would be done. You guys feel like that's a thing? I'm gonna say that's probably a thing because it's aluminum foil.
If it's undercooked, you can always throw it back in the cook. If it's overcooked, you can't do shit.
Yeah, but it was already like I think it's pretty hard to fuck this up, the stuffing.
I don't make sense. I don't remember.
I had never made it until Thanksgiving, but I made it 3 times since. And like but each time I've done a little better. This time it usually calls for a cup and a half of water per box. I use chicken broth instead of water this time, and it calls for a whole stick of butter for both boxes to be in the broth or in the liquid. So I did that.
Obviously, it doesn't work for every fucking recipe. But my grandma said that when something says, put water in it, she said use milk. I don't know. I'm sure there's some things that won't be the call, but a lot of things it sounds like it's fucking thing to do. But that chicken smells like good.
Yeah, the milk adds a sweetness that water wouldn't.
I don't think some of those pork bellies are good.
Huh?
Make some pork belly burgers and and maybe put the house down.
This burning as fuck, dude. Those things are great.
That'd be a good one for them, pretty. I'll show you everything I do it. You do it on camera, it's so easy as fuck.
That'd be a good thing to stream, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Or you put on
If you
there.
ever want to do that, like I can set this up. I mean, like, if you want, like,
No, I'm saying, like, if, I'm gonna make it soon anyway, but if you wanna put on the camera for yourself, I mean, I'm not gonna be on camera, but you can do it and show everyone.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you wanted to cook the thing, and I just set this up and do like one of my streams, but instead of me cooking, it would just be.
I don't know, I'm not comfortable with that. That's what I'm here.
Well, I mean, or I would cook it. I could cook them, and you could just like bark orders.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, there you go.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I'll be down with that. I'm gonna leave that over this. No, I can. Okay. So now we got the last two. You saw they were kind of frozen whenever I put them down. Not anymore. I also got some more of these pieces here that I saved for the gravy at the end. And that is where I really shine, if you ask me. I've been fucking crushing the gravy game lately.
Dude, that's, I can't do a lot of things well, so I can just eat crazy fucking well. Yeah, let's just finish the fucking, yeah, let's get Emma over here, get some good food going.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that's really good. I just want to have this thing come up with it.
Move to Bangkok and we can open up a Southern Kitchen and Comedy Club. Hey, Jason Rouse was trying to get me to get a passport. You ever want to go out of the country? I'm like, Jason, I'm going to have to show them on the doll where you asked me this question, dude. I wouldn't mind going out of the country one day, but I don't have a passport, so.
It's not hard to do, it just takes fucking time.
I have the package to get it, the Government Plus. I have it. It's in my room. I ordered it. I paid for it. It was like $100. I have it in my room. I never used it.
My passport expires this year, and you go fucking on a trip and go again. Back up on my dude. I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do something. I went to Thailand.
You did where?
Said I went to Thailand and come back. So I haven't been on a trip this year, so. Skankfest is in New Orleans. You going?
I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna go, and then probably it'll get up to time to do it, and I'll be like, well, I can't afford to miss work, or I can't afford to do it. And that's probably exactly what will happen. But it's close enough to where I could drive there
That's what I'm saying.
in a day
Yeah.
easily.
I'll tell you how far it is.
I look, it's like 9 hours, I think, maybe 10, like 9 and some change, I believe. The final seasoning of the final two.
Because it's 1 a.m., that's why, I'm sure. But 7.5 hours from our home to the venue.
Oh, well, there you go.
But during the day with traffic, I'm sure that adds hours and bullshit. I put before they announced like where we're gonna be on that bullshit, I already put the cheap Airbnb.
Hell yeah.
It's like pretty close on that, so I'm pretty happy with it. Which also has like totally refundable up to like
Hell yeah.
a month before. So it's like the changes like was pretty.
Whatever you do, don't let your Airbnb people know that you're coming into town for a comedy festival. Because I did that in Houston,
Yeah.
and they canceled me day of because I think they looked up what Skankfest is.
I got nothing but positive reviews on the Airbnb thing, so I think we're good.
You're good. Jesse Harris, Merle's Inlet's own, is this live. It's funny that Jesse says that because I'll tell y'all something about Jesse. I'll get, there'll be like a section of comments that I'll get in the middle of the night, and Jesse will be in the comment section live chatting of old episode, which is fucking hilarious, and I love it.
I'm not that bad.
Turn these little pieces around here.
Work all weekend?
Yep. Sunday. I'm off Sunday. But I work every other day. And I might pick up Sunday if somebody doesn't want to work, because I kind of lost some of my day yesterday because we didn't do the first show, so I got to work. And I was just stuck there.
What time was that first show? 7?
7.
Okay. Yeah, someone said that who came in pre was like, it was supposed to be a show at 7, but they canceled it. I didn't know who it was.
Was it patrons or comics?
If-
Yes. So we sent some people over there. They were coming back to the 9 o'clock show, and they were like, "Where should we go now?" And we're like, "Yeah, go to the creek." 3 people, two chicks and a dude.
I don't recall. I just remember they were like bummed, but they were like fucking bitches out there. So like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, imagine how we felt. I lived 30 minutes away, and I got there and found out it was canceled.
we put on these.
Seasoned salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. That's it. Taste one if you want. Like seriously, those just came off.
No, I will admit.
Those just came off, and these have just been sitting here. I had them in that dish because I was going to put them in the oven to keep them warm.
Maybe like to do put a little sauce on that. with
Check
rice
that
and
out.
veggies.
What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, it's stuffing.
See it bubbling around the sides. I think that we can probably maybe pull that. Big McDonald's score coming up. They're doing the deal on the double cheeseburgers now. Mumford Davis told me about it, and I'm telling you,
That's the devil. I can't go back to this fucking McDonald's.
by the double, you pay full price for one, and then the next one you get for $1. I ate 8 of them last night. 8.
What's full price for one?
$2.99. So it's $2.99 plus $1, so they're $2 each, which makes them cheaper than the McDouble.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these are ready to flip.
I when a company goes like, oh, we could sell it for this price for a little bit of time. It's like, why don't you just make it that fucking price all the time and people will come here? Like, just you're making money off it still. Just make it that price. Why you fucking
Yeah.
right? Oh, can you not swear on this?
No, you can swear. I say you can swear. It's just the
I'll
green tea they don't like.
You understand? Like, if they can make a profit at that lower price, just do it. Just do that.
That's the thing is that people don't understand that you will sell so much more volume,
Yeah.
so much more volume if you just lower your price a little bit. Which is something that I didn't understand about the tipping thing. I put the talking thing up to 20, and Bubba was like, "Hey, make that $1.99. You'll get a lot more." So that way, by the way, $1.99 and up tip to Frankie, or this results in a text to speech, TTS, talk to stream.
It's a lot of chicken money. Think about it.
I've told him, dude. I don't know if I've told you this. I've bought my groceries for the last 3 months. This will be the 4th month that I've bought my groceries from YouTube revenue.
Fuck it. Honestly, I thought you were like, I was kind of like, psychotic break. I'm like, why is he buying all this chicken? It's crazy, but that's what's up. I didn't know why you're getting so much chicken.
No, I just I like it. It's very good. And chicken thighs is something new that I've gotten into recently, so it's like kind of like fun for me to. It's fun for me to cook it.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If when you died, you had a hand fight, one-on-one, every single animal that you've eaten in your life, even though it was just part of it, would you become like vegetarian then?
No.
How many chickens alone? Like just how many chickens do you think you've eaten in your life to this point?
Well, it's already too late now at this point to turn back.
We miss too bad. I mean, you have the next half of your life, you probably eat more chicken then than you did before. So actually, you'll be like, not just doubling your chicken fight, or cow fight, or I don't know the fight, you've eaten, but like any animal you've ever eaten,
Yeah.
you have to fight them.
Yeah.
One on one. All.
I'm already dead.
So
But
what
yeah.
are they gonna do? Kill me?
Well, I mean, there's, maybe you go to hell. Maybe you can't fight the chicken.
What if I'm already going to hell?
You gotta fight 40,000 chickens. I think you're in hell already, guys. I don't know. I just,
That's hell stuff.
that's not hell stuff. That's not hell stuff.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good question.
That's hell stuff.
No, I mean,
If you have to fight after you die, if you have to fight the animals you ate, that
Yeah.
means you went to hell.
why?
Because if you went to heaven, you wouldn't have to fight anything.
You don't know that.
Of course I do. I've read the book.
That's blasphemy. Don't do that.
Of course I do. I've read the whole book. I talked to Brian Holtzman about it the other
That's
day.
false. That's blasphemy. Don't do that.
No, that's hell stuff. What do you say, chat? What do you say? Let's let Twitter review. Let's let
How
the.
many people are in it? I like it. I'm already.
There was about 20, but we got them down to 8.
All the hell from. Oh, it says, yeah, I'm one of them.
All right. I think that stuffing's ready to come out now. All right, let's get you over here. I think so. It looks fine. Looks like stuffing. Looks like I think stuffing is supposed to look. Oh, this tea though. This tea. All right. So I get wrapped up in like how I do things a lot and talk about my grandmother a lot because I learned a lot of the things I cook from her. If there is any bit of her in me that controls the things that I do, it is 100% the tea because it tastes exactly the way that it did when she made it. Kelsey gravy is elusive. Hell yeah. See, all right, I'm glad you said Kelsey. I've been telling people lately, oh, you guys know Yonder. Kelsey was a wild man. Kelsey Hudgens, that's a wild fucking man. Y'all just be glad y'all didn't know him. Jesse remembers. I also like doing thighs because they're very forgiving. It's like the dark meat, it's like impossible to overcook kind of. Not impossible, but it's just. Smash these pieces down and get them to release all that flavor in them. And these two can come up. They're done for sure. Alright, now the fun part. All of this butter here. And this butter here. A little bit more oil to cool things down a little bit. And then I'm just going to get like a nice bed of moisture on the bottom of this pan. And this is when the fun part happens. I'm using chicken broth in the gravy as well. I would usually use water for this part, but we're using broth this time. That's probably going to make it brown a little more. Milk would be too sweet.
You would put water in the drink for what part? For the glazing the pan, you're saying?
For the gravy.
You're saying that you would put water to glaze it and then chicken broth, or just water in that?
No. I would usually use water instead of chicken broth.
That's crazy.
Well, because that's just how that's how they make it.
Well, I know you got the fucking. Makes sense.
Just get this mixed in together and make sure I got enough moisture for all this flour that I'm using, because I'm making a bigger batch than I usually make, because I don't want to run out for this stuffing. So this here, I'm also going to go ahead and break some of the bottom of the pan. And the trick with this, if you use actual flour, not a mix, is you gotta cook this flour long enough to get that flour taste out of it. Now at this point, when it becomes a little paste,
It's called a roux.
a roux, that's right. See that right there? All that's gonna break out and become and color it up. And the stuff that I just clipped off the bottom. All that burnt on stuff at the bottom. All that's going to come out here in just a second into this gravy. Alright, now I believe it's begging for some liquid. So let's give it some. Now here you gotta just keep stirring. Give it about that much. And then stir it until it looks like gravy. And then add more. I already need more here. Now, this is going to be a lot more flavorful because I'm using chicken stock instead of water, but usually if you don't have chicken stock, water works in this step because you've got a lot of seasoning on the bottom of the pan you're going to pull up anyway. And really, your liquid is going to cook out. So, now it's nice and thick there. So go a little bit more. Four cups of broth in a box. So I've probably used about 2 1/3, 2 1/4 cups so far. With regular gravy packet, you would use 1 cup of water to the packet. So you probably use, I'm going to actually put a little bit more of the broth. And then just keep stirring. And this is your job now. You're making gravy and you're stirring it. This is your life while you're doing it. Nothing else. And you see all those like chunks, those little black crystals and stuff in here from the bottom of the pan. All that burn on gunky stuff on the bottom. That's what you want. That's what I want.
That's the best parts.
Yeah. See that? That is too thick now.
Near all the little parts on the little side. That's called the fawn.
The fond. There you go.
Fawn. The fawn to the
The fawns.
hey.
And I've made gravy a bunch. It's never come out the same way. Never. And I don't
No.
think it ever will.
Yeah.
It's
That's a really nice fucking sourdough bread. You ever been to sourdough?
mm-mm.
It's on, I don't know if you
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude. They have like a baker and shit. They do bread.
That's like the snooty gentrified section of Austin.
You take a chick there and they like it. But it's not. Well, that's. Yeah, it was a piece
You need
of
to take
shit.
somebody to Birdie's. You ever been to Birdie's?
No.
That's like the #1 restaurant in Austin. It's on 12th and Harvey.
Birds. Everybody go to the Star the other day, but that's when we went to fucking.
So it's kind of runny. Doesn't need anything.
That's not running. That's fine. It was salty.
It's a little salty.
Yeah, it's salty.
That's what I want.
I mean, it's not bad. I eat the whole fucking thing. Not by law.
See, using the broth instead of the water will probably up the salt content of it for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I like when I make fucking beef gravy. I put low sodium.
That's what this is.
I mean, it's not like it's a little salty, but
But
what are you gonna put it on?
But
What are
it's
you gonna
like-
put it like? What are you gonna put it with? Potatoes and shit or what?
no, honestly, I was just gonna put it over the stuffing.
I was gonna drink it.
Put it
Damn,
over
I
the
wish I had-
stuffing, and I do have some instant potatoes in there that I could use, but I'm not.
That tastes good.
Uh,
The pepper of it is nice.
the pepper is. I want it. I put extra pepper.
Why? Anytime we use pepper, heavy pepper. Like anytime we
Yeah.
use pepper. But it's not overbearing in the beginning, so it finishes off. Well, that's good, man. That's great.
Thank you. Sometimes if it's really good, and I don't ever taste it until I eat it, which is weird.
I fucked up.
What?
I just watched the speech. But really.
Alright, you know what I'm gonna do actually? Get a piece of this.
Well, that's why I was saying the sourdough. I was gonna get the fucking. I had some sourdough bread left. I was getting a nice crusted bread with that shit.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's got that char, a little like a smokiness almost.
Oh, dude,
Move the heat back.
I must have got like. Did you use kosher sauce and shit?
Not seasoned.
The first time it was salty, but that time was good. Almost got like a weird pocket of salt. Hell yeah, man. Not bad.
It'll level out as it cooks, like. And I always tell them that I can tell it's a good gravy when it accumulates that film across the top if you leave it for a second. You know?
The fat? Yeah, I mean you're supposed to fucking skim it off.
What are you?
I mean it's not gonna kill you if you don't.
What are you, a woman? No.
That's the reason why it doesn't mix. It's not supposed to be good for it.
No, like I'm gonna leave it for a second, and it'll like have that little accumulation. It's not really fat. It's just like
It's like an oil strip.
film.
You sure it's not fat? Because like
It could be, but it's probably it's probably oil for sure. But it's good. Netflix is doing what we all want to. Jade, honestly, I believe it or not, y'all see me do this a lot. I think Netflix is the first person to taste any of the things I've cooked in any of these streams. So you guys don't know whether it's good or not ever, but he does. And honestly, I got these little pieces that I was going to save for the gravy. Let me just dip a little chunk in there. You should do that.
Of what?
I got
Is it
some little itty bitty bites over here in the corner. Or take a whole one.
Not gonna look like
Like, by all means, dude, there's so many.
Wash this fucking spoon 3 times now, dog. Yeah, I was saying, if you think it's running, just cook it down a little bit more than that.
Well, no. I mean, I was just saying that I'm just kind of like out loud for the stream, like letting them know I'm aware of what it is. It's right where it needs to be right now. It's exactly on par with where it's supposed to be. With that film that I'm talking about, you'll see here, like that. You see?
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
You see I'm drawing through it there? That's how, you see what I mean though? Like I could like almost pick it up. Sometimes if I was uber confident in the gravy, I would take some of them chicken thighs and just put them back in here. And heat them back up in the gravy. But this is mainly...
Well, so that's why I asked if we're gonna like do potatoes or any kind of bullshit with rice, or would like be very nice. But if I had no plans with that gravy and I made all that chicken, I would just put a number of those chickens in the gravy and I'd store it in the fridge space and then just eat off that. I mean,
that's what I'll do when I'm done and I put it all in the Ziploc or in the container.
yeah.
I'm gonna put a portion of it over the dressing, like to soak into that a little bit. By the way, like you can, like this dressing is like it's very like on the top. It's nice and like I can feel the consistency is nice and crispy.
I never had stuffing. But
Really,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, I'll try it. I'm not gonna say I won't, but that's definitely not my diet shit. Like this, gravy's not my diet shit either. But that's great.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're on a diet, and these folks know we in this kitchen. I don't cook for health. I'm not. I know maybe I should be. I'll be 40 in like literally next year is my 40th birthday to 2026.
Good birthday.
I'll be 39 in October of this year. And I should care more, but I don't. This ain't like if you're looking for somewhere, if you're looking for something healthy, that's a different channel. I don't do that here. I put butter in my food, and I make gravy out of the drippings. I mean, look at that, dude. You're not gonna beat like. People try so hard to, and also I don't know if you guys can tell, on the bottom of the pan, zero resistance. All of that, what's the word? Fond is in this gravy now. That white flour went in here, and it turned this beautiful brown color from all of that delicious stuff. And you can see it's getting to be a nice consistency because if I do a scrape like that, you can see the bottom of the pan before it runs back, before it all rushes back to the base. So we did exactly what we needed to do with this. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the heat all the way down. And I forgot to
It looks brighter on your camera than our own fucking kitchen.
Huh?
It looks brighter on there than here.
Cameras are good.
Yeah, it's crazy. What are you doing, yeah?
Hell yeah.
Smells good.
Dude,
You want some?
yes, he does.
You want to? I made a lot. Would you like some?
Oh, I don't know if I could.
I think you could. You do to make gravy. Netflix tried it. You'd be the first two people to have tried something that I cooked.
I know that I'm gonna get a piece of chicken and put gravy on it before it's over. I know that. I know it's gonna happen.
Of course you are. You kidding me? Have you seen it and smelled it?
It's not like that tasty.
It's looking pretty tasty.
Think you like
So they get the boys get to experience what you guys want to experience. You know, it's Emo's birthday today.
Is it emotional?
Oh shit! Happy birthday, Emo.
Not that Emo, but our Emo in the chat. EMO.
Happy birthday, Emo.
It's also my nephew Nathan's birthday today. 2 years old, the big man.
Oh yeah, Shad, is he watching?
Shout out Nathan. What's up, little dog? You do it. Jason said, "Hi, Mumford."
Oh, hi, Jason.
Chicken and dumpling soup is really delicious and good. Oh yeah, there it is. So that gravy's done for sure. Made it out to a nice consistency. When you taste it, there's no flour taste, right?
What's this? That's the right kind of color you want.
That's the color that you want.
It goes
It's-
from a blonde to an almond to I forget what the darkest
Chocolate.
one is. Chocolate, yeah. Those are the three really
This
stages.
is chocolate
essentially.
gravy.
Yeah. When you the more you cook, I think the more I might be wrong on this one. The flavor changes as you cook in the roux, but not bad, dude. I don't know if I'm having any of that actually.
No?
I don't think I'm having any of that actually. No, I don't think that. I think
What about it makes you not want it?
it looks like soggy bread. Oh yeah, no, that looks like soggy bread.
Wonder if I didn't time it. Wonder if it needs to go back in the oven for a bit.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm saying, I'm sure that, I mean, I can't say I'm sure, but like I don't.
That's what dressing is, though. It's not like a.
What I do is I throw it on the broiler, just cook from the top. Just
That's kind of. That's usually what I
You
would
can
do.
see how
there.
oily it is, or if not oil, then how like
It's
wet
butter.
it is. It's butter. Then let that motherfucker in the broiler for a few minutes,
Yeah,
make it all
well.
golden. Then maybe it'll sell me.
Honestly, until I cut it, I was convinced. Because I didn't time it. I kind of eyeballed it. And usually I would want to leave it in for about 35 minutes. And I'm sure that I didn't leave it in that long.
Also, every time you open the oven, it takes a few minutes to heat back up to the temperature and all that shit. So when you're looking, you're not cooking. That's always something I think about.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes on the broiler, maybe 5.
The thing about the broiler, though, it's not oven. It's in the oven.
It's just the top, yeah.
Exactly, it's just a 10 seat from the top, so it's not like it's
And we'll get that film. I can already see it. Yeah, that's nice. You know what? I'm just going to take this thigh right off the top there. Put it in here and just work it around. Oh, fuck. Bro, look at that. You like that? You like the way that looks right there?
You ever seen anything like that?
Well, will you look at that? Oh, this is the camera right here. This is the angle. Look at that. How awesome is that, dude? And that's even before we had a fix. This is a big juicy thigh with the gravy.
Yeah, dude. You open that up like you get like a lunch plate when the styrofoam things with that, you'd be so happy.
Man,
That looks like some like bomb gas station place in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
meat and three.
So that's what's called?
A meat and three. Go get you a meat and three sides.
There's a in Virginia. There'd be like a number of gas stations in different little towns and shit like that that basically had a little diner or deli or some bullshit. At least a hot case. You see some shit like that, you'd be so happy.
How about that bite right there? Y'all ain't even ready for that.
I'll return. I'll return. Remember.
Kill the heat on the gravy. So now, my cast iron is virtually clean already because the gravy pulled all the bad off the bottom. It's very good. It makes me feel nice. Like you guys hearing them react or hearing Netflix react to the taste makes me it makes me feel a little validated because you guys have no idea whether or not something is. Well, to be honest, I will let you guys know when it's not good. But you guys will let me know when it's not good, or I will let you guys know when it's not good. But I know him; he wouldn't lie about it being bad. So there ain't nothing wrong. Bother me, I don't mind. By all means. But yeah, having the fellas try it and kind of see that it's good, sort of validating. Because like I said, I could, I have my own quirks and my own personal things that I like, you know. So 5 minutes. It's still sizzling a little bit. I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes. Just to sizzle under the boiler. I'm telling y'all, this shit is fire. You know what else, actually? I ate with this fork. Give it a quick wash. We got plenty of good chicken juice in this thing here. Pour some out there. The juice from the thighs. See that film there? That's how you know it's good gravy. And just like the hamburger helper box says, sauce will thicken as stands. Do that same thing I did last time again with this right here. Just throw it in there, run it around. Throw it in there, run it around. Drop that sucker on the plate. And there it is. All right. 43 seconds. I want the stuffing to be good. Exactly. That's what I mean, roadkill. That's exactly the sentiment that I'm going for. You guys get to see the process, but only I get to taste it. So it's nice to have like a surrogate taster for you guys. All right. Smoke the tree. Bigelow peppermint. I think I'm smoking purple something. Purple something or other. I got a deal this time around. I said, you know, I don't have as much money to spend. How about a little shake? And he was like, oh, well, if you want shake, I can give you some really good stuff at a really good deal. I said, well, you know, brother, I'm all about really good stuff at a really good deal. I appreciate it. Bah. Now it's looking a little crispier. Hell yeah, the grav, dude, you got to. I'm all about that grav. This is so good. I was really worried when Netflix tasted it, because I was like, oh no, it's not going to be good, and he's going to expose me as a fraud to my YouTube people. But luckily, this turned out exactly how I wanted it to. Dude. Dude. By the way, to walk without my hands in VR, I have to do this. I have to pull myself, like I have to grab myself and pull myself forward. So when you guys in VR see me doing like going to my face, doing this, I'm trying to grab myself with these two fingers and pull myself forward. These two fingers opens a menu. These makes you jump. This opens expressions, but this moves you. Hell yeah. Ooh. Hear the difference in that? You don't hear that? Lost that piece. I'm eating it, I don't care. What's happening? After I push my stuffing out, and that's just kind of the consistency it's supposed to be. It's not going to be like a loaf. It's not supposed to be that. Where is a... Oh, there it is. I'm stupid. Right here. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. A little gravy across the top of it. Gravy and dressing. Dressing and gravy. Yeah, he said, David, we did not expect you to be here, so we did not enough stovetop stuffing for everyone. So I kicked her in the pussy. I'm going in for a bite with the gravy. Hell yeah. You want to try some of them? It's very good and there's so much.
Maybe just a little small bite.
By all means.
And did you have any plans for Super Bowl? One cut. Maybe we could just do what we did last year.
Hell yeah.
We buy a bunch of food.
Hell yeah.
Netflix said he would make
Burn in.
pork belly.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got nothing else going on. I'm off on Sundays.
If we have the projector going up there too.
Mm-hmm. Projector upstairs. TV down here.
Then when people watch it here, people watching up there.
Hell yeah, dude. People watching.
Kendrick Lamar at halftime.
Kendrick Lamar at halftime. They not like us.
He's gonna be dropping some secrets.
Drake is a pedophile. They not like us.
Grant and Megan said they'd love to come back.
Hell yeah.
Amy Shanker possibly. I'd like to get the Philly guys too. But I don't know.
I'll ask Gardini and Lemire.
Yeah.
Holtzman. Holtzman's coming.
Mason, Marcus, Phil, Greg, maybe Matty Stew.
Maddie fucking Stu, the homie. Oh, you talk to your sponsors? Hell yeah. Talking to them. Hell yeah, brother. I like doing that. It's an excuse to cook too much food, and I like too much food.
It's the best day of the year.
It's the best day of the year. Treat yourself. It's the best day of the year. What else you do? Did you get one of them chicken thighs?
Oh yeah, we have a couple drumsticks. Y'all, if the Chiefs win, if they win 3 in a row, it's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be nuts.
Now, they already started talking about the NFL as professional wrestling. But that's not true.
It's not. We know professional wrestling.
Yeah,
It's not that.
it's not that.
It's not that. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, you should get one of them a chicken thigh, and then put it in that gravy and run it around, and then put that on a plate and eat it. Also put some chicken in this stuffing. It's good when you get a little bite of the chicken and the stuffing too. You're crushing over here, Jason, laughing.
Jason, I know you've been supporting the Chiefs this whole time.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yes, he has.
Yep, you've been watching every game.
He ain't missing no games. Jason's the OG, triple OG homie. Tony was in there tonight. He came in to see pre-show again. Man,
Love that.
it was cool. It's just been, they recorded like several Jamar Wall episodes,
Yeah.
and They were sitting over there, and I was like, let me get out of the way. And Liz was like, no, I think it'd be funny if you're just like sitting there the whole time. So they recorded like 3 or 4 of them, and I'm just there. The whole time I'm just like sitting there in my spot. It's kind of funny. So yeah, y'all be following the Sunset Strip Instagram. Those videos will be coming out soon. Yeah. This year's like, we've done the party 3 years in a row now. 4 years.
This one will be 4.
This will be the 4th in a row.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
I said Netflix. Do you remember last year's? He started talking about when we brought the chairs into the yard, but that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year was that freak I forgot.
Yeah, it's crazy to think this is the 4th year, huh? This is all ready for tasting, by the way. If you...
I think good, dude. He's very good. I can't because I was taking it out.
Bengals Rams was the first one, and it's been Chiefs ever since.
Yep. That's right, it was that.
Yeah, we watched Matt Stafford get one.
Oh, Matty Staff.
Liz at the law.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Man, we got a cool fucking life. Leave your hometown, kids. It works. So the way to do it, take a chicken thigh, run it around like that, flip it over, run it around like that, and then eat hell out of it. Ooh.
That's good. That'd be alright, actually.
You know, dude,
Who knows?
there's different sizes of them too. You can cut one in half. It was just for the people at home, for the people out there. They need a surrogate eater, a surrogate taster.
I'm dying. What would you do?
Boy, my Instagram algorithm has been safe the whole time I've been using Instagram. But here lately, I've found this Russian lady who does what I believe they're calling yoga, but she seems to have a vibrating device in her britches. And the yoga that she is doing looks an awful lot like the motions that a lady makes when she is,
You're watching softcore porn
on top. And it's not, I didn't mean to. It was an Instagram.
Oh no, they got full titties on Instagram.
I didn't mean to do it. So it got a little crispy on top. Dressing, I know you probably don't even want any of that because it's bread.
I mean, I never had it. I'll try a taste of it.
But just know that it's not supposed to be like a loaf.
Looks good.
It's not supposed to be like a loaf.
Yeah, I'm not trying that.
It's not. That's not what it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
It's not. It's
Red
dry. It's all
red
dry.
pudding.
But that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
No, I can't.
It's sort of like that. Not a pudding, but like no. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
It really is. The top is very crispy though.
God damn it.
Peter said Netflix so funny.
What's funny?
I think you.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm sure it's exactly what it's supposed to
Yeah, well, it might not be for everybody, but it's good.
be. Yeah.
You would change your mind if you tasted it.
I'm
I know you won't,
upset.
but you change your mind if you did. In fact, I'm gonna take that whole other piece there.
Thank you, man. so funny. They funny? Like a clown? Like I'm using?
I mean, seriously.
Like I'm here for your using?
Funny how?
Funny how?
Right. So, what are you getting out of it?
What am I getting out of it?
Like, I mean,
Like a hard on?
flavor wise.
Oh. I have a shit palate, dude. I can't do that.
See, that's the consistency of it, you see.
I'm trying to cut it with a spoon, so give me a minute. There we go.
You see that?
No, dude, I can't. No. No, put that back in. It's
No.
supposed to be that thick?
Yeah.
That's not right.
That's what it is.
I'm not good though.
It's technically done on the stovetop. I took an extra step to bake it. It's done out of the pot. That's why it's called stovetop stuffing, because it's done out of the stove. So I put it in with the boiling water. It's just bread. It's just bread that was already done. It's stale bread that is rehydrated. That's all stuffing is. In fact, the box is all it is just like already done, like croutons pretty much.
I'll do it, dude. I'll do it.
Hell yeah. You don't have to.
I know.
You don't have to finish it. But it's nice.
No.
If you want to spit it out, you can.
I'm not gonna spit it out. I might spit it out.
I'm just giving you permission.
I'm
But
not
it's
mad
weird.
at it. I don't care for it really.
That's like a Thanksgiving staple.
No, I know. I've always seen it, like on TV and shit like that.
Yeah.
People who have, families. It's not bad.
It's really good if you get a like nice little piece of chicken in it in the bite.
If it was thinner, way more surface area, a lot more fucking crust on it, a lot
Okay,
less of this
it's
mush.
a casserole.
You could. It's anything you want it to be. I'm saying just fucking make.
Yeah. If
Try
you
that.
made like
Try that one out. You see how it is. Like I see a bit like with the gravy and shit like that. Yeah, for sure. Not bad. Not bad. I don't like. Yeah.
because this is one thing, but I really like all the flavors that it brings in together.
I'm not saying make it a cracker. I mean, like make it fucking half as thick. You still getting that mush?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of like it's more of a casserole where the top is crispy and the rest is not.
Now, I have a fucking child's palate, so I don't have like the right things to judge this with. But I don't like any casseroles. I don't like any casseroles. They suck.
I love a casserole.
Nah.
Chicken casserole is awesome. Green bean casserole, I wasn't crazy about that. But casseroles were big in my house growing up. My grandmother's chicken casserole was great.
The top part of that is fucking good. I'll say it again, make it twice as big, half as thick. You got something.
Hell yeah. usually one box I'll do in this little dish, but it's still the same depth. But honestly, the only reason I made it was something to put gravy on. It's kind of like the starch. I'm not doing rice. I'm not doing potatoes. I'm doing that. Hell yeah, Jade! I love a casserole too.
I know. Yeah. They hail me for the casserole mark. Can't see that well.
No, Jay's just saying I love a casserole.
I'm sure there's good ones, and I've only had like fucking the green bean or the green bean, so I don't know what else there is, but they suck.
Honestly, I like casseroles, and I don't care for green bean casserole.
I like green beans a lot, though. It wasn't like bad. It just was like
Me either. Me too. So that just goes to show how bad green bean casserole is.
like on this. They always make it Thanksgiving, and it's like this wasn't like fucking disgusting, but there's so much better food around it that the scoop I'm taking out of this is a pity scoop because I want you to, you don't want that shit on your plate. It's not that good.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
The green bean? You just say you didn't like
I thought you meant this.
that? Oh shit! No, I just never like it was always there. I just said
Green bean casserole, yeah. I don't want any of that. Out of everything else, yeah, that's the worst. Of all, I don't know, cranberry sauce. I'm not crazy about the cranberry sauce. Shocker.
Oh, see me right here?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
What do you mean? The camera stops at the thing, you remember?
Can you see me right here?
No.
All right.
Well, you can see your arm.
I know what was on it over there. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Yep. Pretty much this whole box. From there to there. And from here over.
Yeah. I gotta wash my dish anyway. Fuck it. Yeah, that was good, dude. Good stuff.
Yeah. I'm obviously going to save gravy for the leftover dressing.
What I wanted to do before was go with like the meat department, like a grocery store, let's say a butcher, what the fuck ever. See if you can get like a whole bunch of scraps for like nothing almost, maybe for free, and just take them home and just like make the fond of the pan, like hella, like just make a hella fond and make hella gravy from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want, because you can make a brown gravy without the fucking,
All you need is the
shit.
fat, like the stuff that they trim off of steaks.
A little bit of meat and fat. I mean, like,
Well, because if you get it good, like they're gonna have a little meat on the fat. Some of the pieces of fat's gonna have meat with it. That'll
Exactly.
be plenty.
But yeah, I thought about doing that, just make like a fucking shitload of gravy. I'll do it though. We should figure that out sometime.
Well, I got a pretty good. The method of like just using as much flour as you want to use, obviously, and then eyeballing the liquid. Just not measuring anything is the best way to do the gravy. Your eyes will tell you when it's.
I'll say this: I usually, when it's a recipe or whatever, like the first few times I make it, I'll do it by the recipe. But every once in a while, I'm just like, at some point, I'm just like, no, this is what I'm gonna do this way. And with the gravy, I did the same exact thing. I was like, it's like making a movie, like you need this much butter for this much fat. And I was like, I have no idea how much fat's in this pan, so this is how much fucking flour I'm gonna add until it looks right.
Yeah, that's the thing. And with gravy, you're never too far gone. If you use too much flour, add more butter. If you use like too much water, pull the heat down and cook it off. Like you're never up a creek with no paddle. You're never up there with gravy.
I've only made beef gravy. When I do it with the shit from the pan where you used to do like a lot of fucking roast beef and sear the beef, like throw it in the oven and then make fucking gravy with it. And I throw veggies, fucking what's that shit? Stock beef,
Yep.
and then wine. That was a good one.
Wine.
Yeah, dude.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I don't like cooking with wine.
I don't like wine, dude. I don't like wine, the taste of it and all that bullshit. And when it's in the gravy, you kind of taste it, but it makes it so good. It actually, like, I don't know. I used to hate that shit when I was a kid. I love that shit now. Just in the gravy. I mean, I don't know what else I would have. You cook, pepesso, which is like the short ribs with pepper.
Yeah.
I braise that shit in the same wine I made with gravy, and that shit bomb, dude. And again, I don't like the flavor of wine, but some things is fucking pretty good.
I was never crazy about cooking with alcohol.
That's the only things. Oh, banana Foster I had one time. I didn't make it. I had that one time, but that's the only times I ever had like alcohol and food that I could think of. I don't know. I don't like ask the chef what the fuck they're doing back there.
But yeah, I've seen on beef gravy where they use stock and then red wine. There's this guy that I watch on YouTube. He's a chef at like a sorority house. Old guy, old school, Kevmo. And he makes like giant portion meals for like a whole sorority house. So he's making like 20 fucking quesadillas or gravy servings for 20 people. It all goes back to the gravy. When you come back to the inlet, get prime rib at Drunken Jack's. Hell yeah. Drunken Jack's rules. Hot Fish is my favorite restaurant. I don't know, Graham's. I probably went to Dead Dog the most. Graham's is awesome. Dead Dog is great. But Hot Fish Club I probably ate at Hot Fish Club the most of all of my favorite restaurants. Well, Dead Dog I was at the most, and that was closer. Hot Fish Club.
Hot Fish Club.
Rules.
That's a name for a strip club, dude.
Yeah. But that's like the best restaurant that's in the world, isn't it?
I went there one time, and I went to that. Was it Dead Dog?
You went to Dead Dog, yeah.
Was that Dueling Dragons? Is what I got.
Those are great. That's honestly my favorite thing on their menu. The scallops and
Bacon.
the angels.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, I forget what they're exactly called. Like,
Twin Angels or some bullshit. Yeah, they're on skewers. They're pretty good.
used to, you could get either shrimp or scallops for a little extra, but now they make you get both.
I think that's what it was exactly. I'm a sucker for like scallops. I love them unless they're like shitty in the fucking hole. That's all
Those are so
seafood.
good.
That's all seafood. It's bad. It's horrible.
Dead Dog does it right. They do. Their whole kitchen is really strong. Honestly, nothing you get from there is going to be bad. Most of those places are pretty, like, touristy, but that strip of restaurants there, Wahoo's has incredible sushi. Drunken Jack's is probably the best buffet on the strip.
I was gonna. Is it a seafood buffet?
It's yeah, for the most part. There are other.
I'll say that a shitty buffet is like everywhere. But if you are a seafood buffet, you can't survive because people won't allow that. So if there's a seafood buffet, that's exciting. Like if something's just like a buffet, like I don't. No,
Yeah, but Drunken Jack's is that spot. Like it's the majority of the food is like a lot of fried fish, a lot of fried shrimp, fried oysters.
I mean
Stuff like that, but also the buttered crab. It's got all the good stuff. But I'm serious. That place has a 45-minute wait from fucking April to October.
No, we're not wait.
Yeah, I like. But Drunken Jack's is good. Then next to Drunken Jack's, you got Bubba's or Dockside, which Dockside was strong, but now it's like J. Peter, some chain joint.
There's a place called Captain George's there.
Yes.
That's it. They have
See, Captain. All right, Drunken Jack's blows Captain George's out of the fucking water.
I was gonna say like that was good. It wasn't like blow my fucking socks off good for like.
Captain George is a chain.
Exactly.
Drunken Jack's is a one-off.
They had one in what's that bitch called? Williamsburg, Virginia.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you don't see a lot of seafood buffets. So I'm like, oh, that's what's up, and it wasn't bad, and everything wasn't fried. See, like you said, if everything's fried, that doesn't count. Because, I mean, like...
Everything's not fried. I was just like...
I'm sure they have a lot
That's
of
what
stuff.
people go there for. They like that sort of hush puppies and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, everyone loves fried shit. It's cheating. It doesn't count. Like, if you try, like, if someone's like, I don't like mushrooms. It's like, have you ever tried them? It's like, I've only had them when they're fried. It's like, that doesn't count. Like, I mean, I don't know. Everything tastes good when what I said didn't work, but I'm saying everything tastes good when it's fried.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count. But like, I'm not a huge fish person. I like shellfish, all that shit. That's good for me.
Hey, you know what you call a crab that don't share?
Like that. Oh, shit.
Shellfish. You get it? You get it?
I do get that.
Oh, look at the video. Look at it. The YouTube members saw this.
What have I gotten myself into? Hey, did you see that one about the you know what? The guy's asshole. Someone said.
Fucking A.
Nice.
My guitar fell today. Did you guys see it when my guitar fell off? I was turning around and my guitar just fell off. I gotta check on it, make sure it's alright. I gotta plug it in and play it actually. Alright. So, what's the best way to, I should probably, I bet I put one of those in here, didn't I? Might be good. I'm gonna just. Honestly, I got gravy packets. I can make more gravy for the. Oh, dude, while y'all were outside, I took the juice that I had drained from these on the plates of the chicken thighs
Yeah.
and mixed that in with the rest of the gravy there.
Like everything that comes off the chicken, you put back in the gravy.
Yeah.
Literally. Like cooking, where it's not like fucking when you're cutting or cleaning it. What the fuck? Well, you didn't have to do any like trimming on that at all. You just it was all done. Hell yeah.
On these?
Yeah.
No.
I love chicken thighs, dude. They're so good.
Dude, I get boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I wouldn't mind getting just regular thighs. I wish that they just had just boneless. If just, no, I want the skin, because the skin would be like fry them skin side down. It would crisp them up so nice.
I don't think I've ever seen that. They might have it. That might be a specialty thing. That might be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
At HEB, let's see.
Yeah, they don't have, I looked tonight, they don't have just boneless.
Boneless skin one. Well, I mean, like, I tell you right now, bone-in thighs is probably my favorite part of the chicken. Like,
Well, the bone, honestly, the bone probably would give it more flavor in the gravy.
I mean, well, I do baked chicken thighs. I can do barbecue chicken thighs. But I do baked chicken thighs better. And you got like a baking sheet with the rack right here, dude.
Yeah.
Like those ones. And it cooks down. You keep all that shit and still make your gravy too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the bone.
But yeah, that's what the cast iron is is so good for holding on to flavor. So good for keeping that in there, you know.
I mean, what's already done? It didn't like hurt in any way. Probably improved it in a lot of ways. I don't trust what the fuck is on the bottom of that skillet, dude. It could be, you could have been 3 meals ago, which adds. I understand. Which is worries me.
Well, actually, you know, I'm kind of glad. I'm glad you said that because I'm about to show you.
Was that showing?
Yeah.
I wasn't about to walk away.
No,
I don't got no skin on. But I mean, that'd be crazy. That'd be such. What kind of machine would do that? That's fucking crazy. Leave that show me.
I want to show you the. This is probably the right size thing for this. Maybe. You know what? That's going to be a later problem. So the cast iron kind of becomes naturally non-stick. Especially, I figured out lately that if I just use whatever's on the bottom of the pan and cook it into my gravy, like, there ain't nothing down there that's stuck down. Hot water's gonna get rid of everything that's in this pan.
Oh, you're right. I've seen some fucking disgusting. I don't fuck with cast iron that much. I used to have like a.
Here's the thing.
A
Here,
small one.
check this out. I'll show you this one. There's another one down here under the.
I'm gonna make some loud noise with this ice machine.
This one.
That's a walk.
That.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
good.
Yeah.
Not good. That I don't like. This, that's good.
That's nice.
That's good. That's clean. So like,
I want to use that.
once my
Loud noise.
you're fine.
Proceed.
Once you get done with it, you have to like, and I'll leave it sitting out here drying before I oil it. Like I'll leave it sitting out here drying, but it'll be clean, it's just not oiled. Make sure there's no soap present. Shit stuck there on the side. And that's just hot water. I mean, look at the pan there. See? Like it's
it's bad.
it's not dirty.
You gonna be out here for a minute or what?
No. Once I get done cleaning here,
I'm gonna make a turn, come back down, but I guess you're gonna finish cleaning there.
well, I'll still be here for like another 10, 15 minutes, give or take, because I still got to clean the
Stairs
stove.
and all kinds of things. I mean, it's like the whole thing. I'll make a drink real quick. Come back down. I'll leave my bong or my
Yeah, they know all that.
yeah. I'll leave my shit here so I have to.
Hell yeah. And then you just take a little steel wool, and that separates. See, the thing about cast iron is that iron is a scientific element. So therefore, without fusion, it doesn't get hot enough for things to bind to it. So you see here, like, look at how nice and clean this pan is. And I don't even understand how, but that's just a science thing. Like, things can't bond to it. So when I wipe it, yeah, you get a little gray residue on your paper towel. And that's just part of the thing, man. All right. Now it is clean, but not seasoned. So let's bring it over here for a minute. Okay, this is good here. Trinidad and Tobago street food. Hell yeah. Sounds pretty bomb. Let's put our ingredients back where they go. We got a container of gravy here. Clean that shit. So everything is neat and put away nice. The Return of the King, Part 3. Y'all have heard of the Lord of the Rings? Part 3. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Star Wars didn't really do it for me. You know, they just.
I'll tell you, the old ones are kind of cool. Not like as big as like the old ones.
They're
They're kind of cool.
They're exactly. They're not as big as everybody claims them to be. They're kind of cool.
Here's what you gotta think about: is when it came out, there's a lot of like bullshit, like sci-fi things that probably looked the coolest, had the biggest budget. All it like it was like probably the biggest blockbuster. It was like that's why it probably like was such a phenomenal thing. I'd say.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's dated a little bit, and they remastered it so like it looks better and better all the time. But it's not that good. It's dated now. Put it in the light. Go that way. Oh yeah, that's nice.
See there? And then when you get the oil in it, that sucker will shine. But you can't oil it until it's completely dry throughout. And something I like to do when I get done cooking, the oven gets nice and splattered. And that's why I have all these spare paper towels laying around. Use that to clean the oven at the end. After one swipe with the paper towels, then we're going to use the sponge. We're going to do these dishes first. I would usually be washing as I went, but I did so much prep work before I got started, I just kind of like kept going.
Put the salt down a little bit on that. Either on with the chicken or in the greens. It's not bad. It's not really, is that to your taste? That's good.
Yeah, I like it. I like things a little salty.
I'm not. Like I know put salt and shit in the recipe. I put salt on like corn on the cob. Or fucking French fries.
Yes, I salted the chicken, so the chicken getting salted, and I put salt in the flour.
I mean, like, it wasn't like crazy salt. It was.
Yeah.
It was just as pronounced as the full actually pepper a bit more. But I'm very like.
I did more pepper for sure than salt.
The word going. It's not susceptible. Like I can taste salt easily, kind of shit. But I never use it.
I used to not do that, but then I always ended up getting to the time of tasting it being like, fuck, this needs salt. So I got a little active about doing that beforehand. But yeah, this is another thing, like, I'm the only one that ever eats the stuff that I cook.
I'll leave that in the fucking fridge, I'll change.
Yeah, I'm the only one that ever eats the stuff that I cook, so it's like having somebody else taste it. Like it's not like if it's not overly salty, that makes me feel a little better because I even actually like it kind of salty.
Like That's again, that's to your taste.
Yes, that's how I like it. But
I'm not saying it's over salty that you couldn't eat the shit because that's
Right.
fucking been the case for so many things.
yeah, but honestly, just eyeballing it and figuring how I've liked it multiple times, and then just gotten to the end and being like, fuck, it needs something else. That's the final. And you know, sometimes I season both sides of the chicken. Sometimes I don't do that.
I mean, if you're only using that shit right there, it's not gonna be a problem because it doesn't burn. A lot of things you season like burn, so a lot of people will cook one side, flip it, and season that side, so it's not getting that direct heat.
Yeah. But I kind of enjoy that the color that you get, you know, on using like just putting a seasoned side down, kind of adds to the color.
Yeah, like I don't know if pepper burns or not. I don't think it does. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's more the garlic and onion powder than the salt that gives it that the crispy effect.
Oh no, I don't know all the things on like a chef. I know when I fuck up, I go, why did I fuck up? I fucked up, trust me.
Oh, I have fucked up. Thanksgiving, I fucked up. Like I wasn't crazy about a single dish that I made. Like the mac and cheese was bad.
Like you said, like when you said that, you're like, it's like you said like it was ruined, like you couldn't, like it just wasn't like the shit. It was okay. It wasn't bad.
But that's bad. Like if it's not like
Well, I'm not a fucking mac and cheese fan unless it's baked. So it being dry like it was more towards my taste. But I could tell why it wasn't good. But at the same time, like
yeah, I forgot to put butter in it.
if I had put like a big portion on a plate, I would eat all that shit.
And I ended up eating as much of that as I could.
Exactly. Like it just wasn't like yeah. Just like if you were to screw up any of these things, you still eat all of it because it'd still be good enough to eat. It just wouldn't be too You're
Right.
like everyone is their own worst fucking judge or critic or whatever.
I do gotta say though, like out of the times that I've cooked chicken thighs a lot, they've gotten better every single time I've made them. As has the gravy. Like that gravy right there was a top gravy, man. Like that was
very good.
That was
It's,
one of the better ones that I've made. Like it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you made all those chicken thighs. I understand we had a fucking split or a little bit, but it is all the gravy you're getting out of it at the end of the day. Like we should go to like again, you can be like the store's butcher or a butcher place anywhere.
Well, I went heavy with the gravy on my. Like I used a lot of gravy. That's just what I got left after using all I wanted.
But that's what I'm saying. We should have gravy on tap.
Bro, I'm here to tell you, I think I've gotten the gravy thing figured out.
Well, again,
Like the method of doing it, like seasoning aside, the consistency and the flavor of that was right.
How much gravy do you think we have in the fridge before it went bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much gravy do they go through in... How fast does gravy go bad? A week?
I mean, it's just oil and flour.
I don't understand science. A week?
Probably. I would say 4 days is the going rate for things.
How much, I mean,
If you're making it in bulk, you could probably stretch it to a day. I bet on day 4 or 5 it would start making you wake up a little earlier in the morning.
one of these days we go to one of these places, again, the butcher, and get a whole bunch of scraps. And
We'd probably do that at the butcher next door.
well, there's a couple of those, the marks are up and down the road over here.
That's what I mean. That guy. The Mercado guy.
Do you have a relationship with them at all, or?
I know him. Like I see him when I go in there, and they like know who I am.
I recognize them. It's awesome. For real. Do a whole bunch of scraps. Just literally fry them up and shit like that. Make it fun. Make gravy. Make hella gravy. Make a pretty gravy.
Jason literally just said that. He's laughing at you.
What's that?
He said, I don't know, he just gave me a little laugh emoji, but he said, yeah, you can freeze gravy. I think he was just laughing at that we should have a surplus of gravy.
I mean, it's not a bad argument. Argue against that.
Yeah. What's your counter argument?
Yeah.
Having less gravy? You mean having not a lot of gravy around?
I just know that like I would make 3 like roast beef essentially, 3 roasts,
Yeah.
and from that I would get just like a Tupperware like a small pot of gravy essentially. I was so pissed off of it. I was so mad. And if I try to like make like more of a quantity of it with the same amount of volume and all that shit, it just made it like a thinner gravy. It wasn't right. So I don't know any kind of bulk meat you could buy if you can't like find scraps like that. I don't know any kind of bulk meat you could buy where we could just like
Trim it ourselves. The way to do it, if we wanted to, you like beef gravy?
oh yeah.
We could go to Costco.
I swear to God, like, you get a case of whatever.
Well, we go to Costco and you can get those big rolls of loin and just cut ribeye. Well, no, that's not loin.
I would get a tri-tip is what I get.
Well, the tri-tip that has the ribeye and the... Wait. What is the big cut that you cut ribeyes from? What's that called?
I don't know. I mean, like I know the top around, like is the shoulder and shit
Yeah.
like that. And when it comes, I don't ever buy loin, but it is like I know it's a two parts. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
I think tri-tip is part. I don't know. Hey Siri. I think tri-tip is part of the loin. Actually, I think it's the end of the loin. That's why it's shaped that way.
But yeah, either way, getting that, because you would have that whole big fat cap. That's that corner fat cap. Or New York strip also has that big fat cap around the edge as well.
Are you talking about ribeye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, ribeye's got that little. If you like it kind of looks like Alabama.
I understand that's in New York.
Well, the New York has it on the side, like all up the fat. So like if this is the steak, the New York strip has the fat cap over here on the side.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But the ribeye has it down here in this little triangle down here. That
okay.
little. If
I know what a ribeye is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know
No.
what-
But that thing. If we were just to cut that whole little corner off, if we could get one that's not trimmed really, and just harvest all the fat, and like you'd just be making tallow gravy. That's just beef tallow.
I used to buy cases of the pork butt there where I make like hella fucking shred pork
Yeah.
and shit. You could get a case of meat there cheap. I mean, we don't really have a fucking free.
We got we got room.
Yeah.
We ain't got a whole lot of shit in there no more like we used to. So that we got plenty
I'm
of
not
room.
gonna fucking expose this to the world, but we got room.
Oh man, the world's seen that.
All right, fuck it. Let's see.
The world has seen it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I bought this chicken, and I've never cooked it yet. If you want to cook that chicken, you have it. Tell me how it is. I don't know if I'm gonna have it.
Well, tell me for sure first, cause I'll cook shit out of it.
Oh, I used the fucking air fryer the other day. That's nice. I like it.
I've used it too a couple times. It's fucking great. I didn't know that you could see in it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Every single time I've gotten groceries, I've been there thinking, oh man, I'm gonna get some corn dogs this time, or get some, air fryer friendly stuff, but I haven't yet. I kind of want to get those Anytizer. Those Anytizers, JP used to get them. Those wings.
Like frozen wings?
Yeah.
Brother, what do you want to do?
For air fryer.
For what? Oh, for air fryer? Okay.
I'm just literally thinking about air fryer stuff right
When it's like, are they breaded or are they just like?
now. I think they're just seasoned.
Okay, that's what's up. Even then, like.
And they may be shock fried and tossed in a sauce and then frozen maybe.
I've eaten so much frozen chicken, like a crazy amount. So I'm like above it, but
Here,
that,
let me
like that
get over there
Tyson
and
shit.
Put
I'm
this
sure.
shit away.
I'm sure any Tizers is a Tyson thing. That Tyson shit has things in it. It's not right, and I'm not like.
Yeah, I was kind of. I don't care so much about the asterisk on the. Let me put this in. I don't care so much about the asterisk on the onion thing, but the Tyson's chicken stuff, I can get behind that.
I know it wasn't freaking out the asterisk, but it was kind of weird that everything else didn't have it. It was kind of understandable. It's part of another thing in the box.
Surely that's. Oh fuck it, that's fine.
You're not taking it from good.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not taking up too much space. That should be all the dishes except this cast iron's got to get hot. But now I'm gonna take this.
Oh, I was so wrong about the tri-tip. It's not part of the loin. It's actually part of the fucking something else. The name. Some shit. No, tri-tip is not considered part of the loin.
The tri-tip is the shoulder, right?
But rather comes from the bottom section of the sirloin, specifically the tip of the sirloin. Hence the name tri-tip. I was way off. From the bottom sirloin of the cow.
But yeah, dude, anything that's got a nice fat on it. Pork, I think, yields the tastiest gravy. But the last time I got pork, I got bone-in assorted chops, the cheapest chops, but they're huge. But they have like some of the bone comes off, and there's shit in the bone. I mean, there's bone in the gravy.
I don't like that.
And when I make the gravy at the end, and I didn't like that, so I stopped doing the pork, and I was like, well, I could probably make pretty good chicken gravy from the thighs, so I started doing that. Which, yeah, that was honestly the move. Like, the chicken gravy is pretty fucking tasty.
That's very good. I'll say that when it comes to like meats, beef, when it comes to the taste of the specific like meat himself, beef is my favorite.
Beef is easily my favorite for sure.
But chicken and pork can take on the flavors of like so much shit. Like beef can't do that. But the flavor of the specific meat, beef, chicken, pork, beef is the best. That's why I like beef gravy. It tastes fucking phenomenal.
I think that's what brown gravy is. I think brown gravy is a beef gravy.
Exactly. I don't think I've ever had pork gravy.
Pork gravy's good. Well, because pork has so much fat in it, so it lends itself to make a good gravy because it's so fatty. Like, especially if you get if you get those boneless pork chops, thin cut, or the regular, you need fat. Like, if you get those fat, like restaurant pork chops, like Perry's pork chops.
I don't know about Perry's. The steakhouse?
Yeah, well, it's the chop house.
I've never been there.
And it's literally the pork chop joint. But that little fat cap, that kind of like the New York strip, if you just put that fat cap down and then it's like cooking in its own shit, it yields the nicest flavor.
I'd like to try it. I mean, yeah, I can't think of it. Yeah, chicken, pork, beef. Fuck a fish gravy. So, no.
Yeah, I don't want that. I
mean, like, that's a chowder almost, right? I mean, like, it's not, but chowder's okay.
See, now this is where I'm probably gonna lose you. Well, not lose you, but I think that fish, that's a roux. I call that, like, I would call it like, that's like a Cajun thing to me, like a shrimp or like a crab, like a roux or something like that. That to me, that feels like a roux. I think a gravy is like a land-dwelling animal, and roux is more of a seafood type thing.
You put roux in you made a roux for that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, in my mind, when I think roux, I think jambalaya, gumbo, shrimp, crab.
I mean, it's because it's a French term. I mean,
Yeah.
And that's all that fucking Creole backwoods motherfuckers were for honey trappers. So like, they're all fucking want to be French. That's what that's from. Like,
100%.
Okay.
But most of that is South Carolina cuisine. Like, a lot of that is.
I mean, a roux is in like. I mean, it's not even just like that term is a French term, but like a roux is in. I mean, I'm sure you can not find it in some cultures, but it's like fucking everywhere. So I mean, like, I don't know who has claim to a roux, but that's like ancient cooking shit. Fat and.
Oh yeah, and it's just another way of saying gravy, obviously. But
What's not a way of saying? Well, you add roux to things to thicken them up too, like not just gravy. So like,
yeah, a roux is like a concentrate, like a gravy concentrate.
Exactly. Two ways to think of gravy is with a roux or with
That's fat math.
yeah, well, with a roux, and the other one I think is like what's it called? Cornstarch.
Yeah, cornstarch
Cornstarch will,
is
yeah.
for thickening
But
sauces
it makes it
and gravies.
glossy. It doesn't look right. It's not good.
And I never use cornstarch with my gravies.
I've done it a couple times, and both times I was like, I'm never gonna do this again. Like
It's not worth it. It is with just if you do the flour and liquid mix correctly, you won't need it.
Well, what I was doing was, dude, I was doing crazy shit to make this gravy. I would sear the meat, roast the veg, and then like that alone took so long because I was also make the roast at the same time.
Yeah.
And then after I put the stock in there and I let that shit simmer and I strain it and then I fucking let it cook down before I added the roux and I let it cook down for like an hour or some bullshit. Like it took all day to make a fucking container of gravy. So you gotta use cornstarch. It sucked though.
Yeah. Dude, I've been there where I've like made too much of something that's not good, and you're like, that's how I felt about that mac and cheese. It was so much to be bad.
That was a big one.
It was so much to not be good, and it really broke my heart. It was not. Well, there went the thing that I said I'd deal with later. It was just so much, and it was so bad. I guess not bad. That wasn't on there. That was, and that's on the fucking lid. All right. Yeah, it was just I was so disappointed in it because I had such high hopes for it, and I thought, oh, this will be something I can do well. But as it turns out, I didn't do it very well. Infuriated. It's like cooking's in my blood. Cooking's in my blood. I can do this. I know what I'm doing. Turns out I did not know what I was doing. I'm probably going to get this sucker out tonight, though. A little dessert.
Alright. I'll be upstairs by that time.
No, that's fine. You don't want what I'm making anyhow. You wouldn't like it.
Not with that tone.
No, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. I come out here every now and again. I feel like, man, I really want something sweet. What do I want? Pancakes.
You making pancakes at night?
Probably. I do that sometimes.
I don't do that.
Oh, I like. I get a sweet tooth.
I mean, I hear you, man. I got
I come out.
cookies, cake, shit like that. I hear you. But look at all that packaged shit's garbage and fucking I'm too lazy to make it. So it works out.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good lately with not eating stuff that I haven't cooked. Like the last few days has been like I had some spaghetti sauce in the fridge or in the freezer for a while, like some really good sauce last time. But when I went to eat it, I think it tore my stomach up. And I don't know if it was just a lot of grease in the sauce or if it was, I don't know. But it was frozen, and I remembered it being like some of the better sauce that I had ever made. But when I tasted it again, I was like, yeah, it's good. I don't remember it. I remember it being better. And usually things, when you put them in the freezer, the flavors kind of contract and evenly spread out more. So maybe that's what it was. It was better when the flavors were more separated.
Well, I'll tell you what, like, if I were making pot beans kind of shit, like,
Yeah.
pork beans kind of shit, I will make it, I'll have some that night, because, I can't resist, but I put that shit in the fridge, and the next day, 1,000%
Yeah.
better.
That's exactly how the spaghetti sauce works.
Yeah.
And I thought the freezer would just amp that up, but it didn't, because I froze more than I kept in that time. Actually, Janice sent me home some, she made a sauce. Here, this,
Make some beans soon, actually. Fuck it.
she made a sauce. It's like,
That's a sauce?
it's, yeah.
Looks like a weapon.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm excited for that. And she gave me the noodles.
Is it sweet flavored? What is it?
So it's like an
okay.
Asian,
Is that glass noodles? What is that?
udon glass, or udon jajang noodle.
Okay.
She said she doesn't know if these are good frozen or not, but they were already frozen, so what's the, I'm sure they are. Like,
What the fuck would we know? I don't even know. Shit. I don't know anything about noodles, honestly.
but I've never, like, that's the kind of thing I'm interested in, because I'm very, I feel like I'm very apt to Southern cooking. Like, I'm good at that. Like, I can make Southern things, like somebody from my hometown would go ape shit over the stuff that I cooked tonight. Like, from my region, I'm very good at doing that stuff, but I'm not good at all at branching out into other, like,
Yeah, no. Again, yeah, no.
I'm not good
I
at
know what I
that.
do because I've done it before. And I fucked it up more than I've done it well, probably. You know?
Yeah. Alright, there's that. Now let's put this back on the heat. On low for a little while. Just to get the moisture out of it. And then it'll be ready to season once it cools off. Probably season it tomorrow when I get home. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Jesse. So squirt is kind of gravy or a roux. I think squirt is more of a gravy. Though it does come from seafood. Watch out. So it's already 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to stream any games tonight. It would be pointless at this point. I made a lot more chicken this time than usual. And fuck, we've been going for almost 4 hours.
But I'll be streaming some Fortnite. Catch me on Fortnite.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not.
Netflix banning on Twitch.
That's not. I don't have that. Actually, I think I do, but it's not. No, it's not. It's not that name. It's not. I'll do shit with Twitch anyway. Find me, bitch.
This is going in the dishwasher because I fucking hate washing whisks.
I don't like. I mean, I trust it when it comes out of the dishwasher. I don't like a dishwasher because it gives you a fucking chore to do later. Oh yeah, that 2 seconds of washing that one thing, or even that what you just did right now. If you were to put all, first off, you still have to rinse it off and all that bullshit. By the time you put it in that dishwasher, it's almost clean enough to get off of it already. But now you're gonna put it all in this cupboard, and then you gotta take it out and put it in different cupboards that spread out. It's a different chore. It's stupid. I'm going away.
I don't mind doing the chore. I don't mind it.
It's not, it's
I
not,
honestly, I never used the dishwasher until recently because of the cups. I hate washing cups. Like, I rinse them out and get everything out of them that don't need to be in them, and then I'll just sit them on the top rack in the washer. And like it just took me 3 minutes to put all this stuff away.
but when you have like a fully loaded dishwasher, do you really trust that it did what it's supposed to do?
No, well, not if it's got to be kind of, I want it to be sort of clean when it goes in there. The only time I use a dishwasher, honestly, is if it's like, if I put something in the dishwasher, that means that like this plate, I use this plate every day. That's why usually this is one of the only things that's kind of always there because I use that every day.
I've used one of these cups almost every day. And I'll tell you, I've used a couple of those dishes on there a couple times, put it right back.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Like, and honestly, I some people will see this and think this is an eyesore. I like this aesthetic. I like seeing this is a dish rack. I like seeing dishes in it. That's what it's for.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And it kind of looks cool. Having,
At least it's fucking clean.
yeah, and it's clean. That's one thing I do have to say. To have 4 grown men living in this house, we really do a nice job keeping this fucker clean.
Fat dudes. Yeah.
Fat dudes.
Yeah.
Really. For fat people, we're very, very, very tidy folk.
But you should smell this place. It's horrible. I'm gonna go
That's
out
another
for-
thing. It smells nice.
Actually, it smells really good. Actually, well, I'm not going to, go into the details, but it smells pretty good in here.
Yeah, I went and got a little thing, a plug-in for my room it smells nice.
I got a fucking whole bunch of those stupid candles from the Dollar General up the road, and I have one going up there like 24 hours all the time. Like that one just burned out today sometime, and that shit was lit like half a week ago. So I knew we'll be up there, and it smells nice when you go up there. And then like in my room, I did my door so you can smell like what the fuck ever coconut passion is. But I have one of those Ozium things right there, like that shit right there.
Yeah.
But I have like a circle one. I just like replace that like every couple weeks. Like
Just leave it open, sitting out.
yeah, it's like an odor like I don't know what the fuck it
Eliminator?
is. It's not like a fragrance, but it does.
It just
something.
traps odors. It's like that's kind of baking soda, I think, for the refrigerator does that, right?
I don't know. It's like that spray shit. I don't really care for because it'll leave like a scent almost. I don't care for it, but that like thing, like it's almost like a scent, but it's not like a fragrance. If that makes sense. You
Yeah.
smell it kind of, but it's like hospital clean.
Yeah, nice little hospital, sanitary. Smells sanitized.
I mean, if you went up there right now, you see my doors open. That shit's always clean. I gotta keep it clean. You gotta keep it separated.
My shit's not. It's not. I wouldn't call my room clean, but it's like my room's not a mess. You've seen like you've done streams in there and talked to the people like my room. I have my only thing that's a mess in my room is my pedals. My guitar pedals are sitting out with the cables. That just looks like a mess because it's just
I mean,
wires.
the place looks lived in.
and-
It's not like it's fucking. I got like very little shit, so like my shit looks like a fucking psychopath, but it's clean.
Yeah. My bathroom can get dirty. But I'm the only one that uses it, so I don't really worry too much. But I'll fucking clean it when it needs it. I clean bathrooms at work every day, so I don't mind doing it at home. It takes no time to do.
That little vacuum you have up there is like perfect for my room too. I keep threatening if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. If you're here when I come back, okay. If not,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna cut it off here. I'm at 3 hours and 47 minutes. So, say farewell to Netflix, everybody. There's 13 of us in here.
goodbye TV land.
Hell yeah. Also, like the video if you haven't yet. I got to get all this stuff packed up. This stream went super long, so we're not going to get games tonight. Which is nice because I got a couple of podcast episodes I need to catch up on. My friend Ryer has released 2 episodes that I haven't seen yet. Hole in the Pen Cap. So I got to go watch them. And I gotta take a piss. Also, let's just have one more word from the sponsors here before I go, and then we'll get out of here together, and I'll unpack all of this stuff. Boy, there it is. All right, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out. There's not going to be any intro or outro music on this. Happy birthday, Emo. Good to see you all, everybody in here. Shout out to you. Emo, Jade, Jason, Jesse, Pooter. Good to see each and every one of you. Thank y'all for hanging out. Yeah, the stove's not as clean. There's streaks in it. Now I gotta. Oh, well, I don't care. Oh, you want me to make it clean? Watch this. Ain't like that. Look how clean that sucker gets when you turn that light off. Ain't like that. Boy, that stove get clean when you turn that light off, brother. Anyway, roll tide, everybody. Be good people. I will see y'all tomorrow. That's right. Super OCD cleaning. That's 100%. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. And, yeah. Like I said, roll tide, everybody. Be good people. And I will see y'all probably at some point this weekend. I bet Red Band will be going live tomorrow night if I had to guess. In that case, I'll see you guys either Saturday or Sunday. So we'll see you guys over the weekend. We'll play some games then. Until then, be good people. Night night, everybody. Roll tide.